ladies and gentlemen. I'm, of course, Evan from Stupidly Awesome Gaming, back yet again with another stream of Hero 3. Oh yeah, I forgot I had like 3 different heroes. With another stream of Fable 2, and I am in Oakfield.
Have you seen my wallet?
Sorry, I was trying to fix the stream on Twitch, but I couldn't, and I still don't understand what the hell's wrong with it. And of course, I got Professor Chaos over there as my moderator. Her sister.
Yo!
Tim, who's not feeling well, so he's gonna be quiet. Winfell, you can check him out on Twitch. Tim's sister over there, Short and Furious. There's a bunch of monks here. And of course, the aggressive dyslexic, Zero Havoc.
What about?
Nothing. Just letting people know you're here.
He was saying,
Don't
what
say
about
that's
cake?
just kind of become the thing I say whenever you announce me.
Yeah. Man, Ray's sucks. Ray's dead. I need more stuff for that.
Stuff sucks, man. I need more beer.
Oh, because you were high.
You motherfucking making a short joke over here? Oh.
Yeah, not here.
Okay, and then yep, rusty flintlock rifle. All right, let's go meet.
Hey, Red.
Oh, Town Crier. I think I can buy a
see
new
what we can do for you.
Gunslinger, Noblehead, Chicken Chaser.
For my fucking data.
Hey, Six. Hey, Six. Do you want to try to? Oh no, never mind. Because I don't think I have. Well, no, I have 2,000. I have 2,000. That's a lot of fucking.
Roll for initiative, motherfucker.
I'm gonna wait.
You must be new around.
I'm gonna wait just for the fact is because I was gonna have you choose a title for me, but I'm like, I don't have the money for it. It's like because there's a handful of them that I'm like, okay, like I can afford these, but like others I'm like I can't. So wait a minute, I should probably go to quests. That's probably something I should do. Oh, yeah.
See money to change titles.
Huh?
It costs you money to change titles.
Oh, well, no, I did not. Because in like Fable 2, you can get like you can buy stuff like titles from the Town Crier. So like Chicken Chaser could be your title, and people actually recognize you as Chicken Chaser. It's kind of funny. I also commissioned a statue in my honor. To be honest, I did it for the XP, but... Yeah, right.
Come on, statue.
Oh yeah, that's the sculptor. Okay, up this way. Gotta go talk to the abbot. Clothing trader. I mean, I like the clothing I got on now, so. Ooh, weapons trader.
What is it you need?
Ooh, iron blunderbuss.
You're paying top gold.
I will take
for a
that.
quality item. Always
And yeah, here, take it. You now have a weapon with augment slots. If any of them are empty, you can attach augments to endow it with unique powers. The number of slots next to the item's name tells you how many augments it can hold. Be warned, once an augment is attached, you won't be able to remove it.
One will be able to use that.
Alright.
Oakfield is among the lushest regions of Albion. It owes its fertility to the extraordinary golden oak, which lives for only a few decades before producing a single golden acorn. The monks of the Temple of Light replant this acorn, and as the tree is reborn, so are all the lands and farms around. The abbot is quite nervous about this year's ritual. See what you can find out.
Oh wait, but that's the Wellspring Cave. I think that's where it's not where I'm supposed to go, but that's where I end up going with the hero. All right. Oh. Gonna turn Twitch off because for some reason it's not working, so. Okay, Tim left. Sad, but he's probably going to lay down. Oh, damn. This blunderbuss is fucking packing serious heat.
Blarg.
What?
He said blarg.
Blarg.
I'm being silly.
Yeah. No, it's not silly.
Fuck you, man. I can do what I want.
No, it's a very intense
Oh, yeah.
sound.
Oh, quiet, Cake. You let your sister have fun.
No, she's done this since we were tiny.
Yeah, trust me, I know. Okay, I'm gonna tell you a story, Cake. About a very young boy that was very young, that was very annoying to his older brother. And when he got tired, he took me and pretzeled me into my own underwear like I was a fucking Rubik's Cube.
Lay down, Moonshine.
I later found out how flexible I was. Now, this was not fun by any stretch of the imagination.
You need to lay down, buddy.
And he just stuffed me into my own underwear. So, yeah. Just let her be annoying. She's gonna do it forever, so unless you can do that.
No.
I don't know which one of you is older, but that's kind of the job, unfortunately. It comes with the territory.
Too much.
Yeah, unfortunately.
The younger supposed to annoy the older, but the older supposed to know how to give the younger one shit for it, Marissa.
Yeah, but you could skip that part.
Yes, but unfortunately her mental state isn't older, so...
Yeah.
There's that.
Is any of our mental state really fucking older?
Father, the sacred texts clearly say that only two monks may enter the
crazy
cave.
ass
No
can
one
come
else.
up with shit, her ass can come
I'll
up
not
with shit.
send my only child into unknown
Oh, no,
dangers
she
without
can't.
any protection.
Because she knows they'll clap back and she doesn't know how to deal with that.
Ah, hello there,
You
my
clap
child.
right the fuck.
I wonder.
That pops into your head.
Brothers, leave us.
The worse, the better.
Oh my god, that guy looks like the...
Let me take a look at you for a moment.
Heathen.
Armed? Quite imposing.
Well, point isn't
I can't
to
send just
fucking care
anyone
about
in
your
there.
feelings. Point is to
Quite
put
impressive,
civilly
but
in their place.
no, I think not. You look imposing, all right, but I can't entrust our community's survival to a complete
I wonder if he's a
stranger.
descendant of the
Perhaps
person
if you built up a
used to be
reputation,
at...
I'd be more
who used
inclined
to
to
be
trust
at
you.
the, oh
Yes.
god, who used to be at the Heroes Guild
Rookridge
all
has
the
been
time.
having a
Let you know
horrible
when to
time with
question.
bandits lately. Why don't you go to the tavern and see if you can do anything about them? That would be a good start.
The blessing must go forward if you're
You mean
to
the
find the
Guildmaster?
pilgrim. You must
Yeah.
gain the abbot's
Well, no,
favor.
there was...
The one that,
Perhaps you can
yeah,
find
he's
a
the
way
one
to
who would
impress him in the town.
hand out the quests and
Use
all
your
that.
map to see
That's
where
what you're talking
quests
about.
and jobs
Well, but I was thinking of the, like, well, was he the Guildmaster? It's been a while. Because,
If you're talking about the real old dude, then yeah, that's Guildmaster. If you're talking about the guy who saved the hero from the first one, I believe he's just a high-ranking
Your
adventurer.
map can give you information about regions,
For a
points
hero.
of interest, and much
Well,
more. I suggest
well, because he
you
had
look
that
at
little
your quests
thing on
now.
his forehead.
I could be wrong though. I could be completely wrong. It has been a while since I played it, so don't quote me there.
Would you like to travel to San Gus as the closest spot to the sculptor quest? Yeah, sure, why not?
But I do believe that the old guy is the guild master, and that
Oh, I thought
Guy with all the blue and all that in the robes. He's a high-ranking hero.
Yeah, well, because there was because there was the old guy that was always at the map, and then there was the head. I thought he was the headmaster or whatever. Who, spoiler alert, but I've already played the first game. Like I've already done the first game. If you've been watching my channel, ends up being the bad guy.
Ah,
Yeah.
you wish to model for me again?
Oh, okay.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, we can.
We must strive to...
We can hear you now, Verizon guy.
Your technique is astounding. Fantastic. I hope you can sustain this
2008 and
performance.
called for their bandwidth back.
Your behavior
So it looks
is
like
most
I'm having to watch
unprofessional.
Moonshine
a model
for a
must
few
hold their
days,
pose
right?
until told otherwise.
Oh, why?
He's going stir-fry crazy,
Technique is
being back there in the
astounding.
room with the boys.
Fantastic. I hope you can
He's starting
sustain
to get
this
real
performance.
pissy with them.
How
So they're
Making
hoping,
stir-fry.
so mom's
Statuesque.
hoping, give him
Keep
a
it
few
up.
days apart. That should calm
I've
him
never
down,
seen such modeling. Just a bit longer.
We're talking about a cat,
Yeah,
right?
Almost 10-year-old dog.
Bravo. The ideal has become
Okay.
real.
Are the boys treating him
You have
okay?
reached into the embers of the ephemeral
The boys
and
are
pulled
quite
out the
aggressive and
fire of
hyper.
eternity.
Well, look, they need to learn how to
Essentially
treat
semi-erected
animals.
for all to see. Fable's the only
Hi,
game.
Red.
Fable's
All I know is this little munchkin, the one that just likes to get up in his face and all that, he used to despise her for doing that. Now he don't mind. So yeah, they're a bit more aggressive than her. If he's gotten to the point where he don't mind her.
okay.
Well, it's one of those things that those boys never want you to learn how to handle animals. They can't just be doing whatever the fuck they want whenever the fuck they feel like.
Mind you, the boys I'm talking about is Moonshine's own son.
Blam! Down it goes!
The hell
It's
is he?
dogs not liking other dogs here.
I thought you were talking about a child. I can't be the only one that thought that.
I am sorry. I should have
Wondrous!
made
I
it clear
knew
what
I
I
could
was
count on
talking
you, old
about.
friend.
That is my
I
fault.
thought it was
Please
animals.
be careful,
I thought he was
though.
talking about animals the
The
entire time. I'm not gonna
villains
lie.
are a
At least
dangerous lot.
you knew what I was talking about.
The
Wayne.
cards haven't had
At
much
least
luck,
someone knew what I was
but
talking
with
about.
you on board, I
I just
know
couldn't
it'll all
understand if you were
turn
talking about a
out
dog or a
spiffy.
cat.
That gold will be rolling
And I was
in
talking
no
about
time.
dog.
So it's one of those is that the dog just needs to chill out, so just separate him for a while.
So yeah, that's what we're doing. He's in here. He's in the front room with me and Unity for now, for next few days. Just to let him cool off,
What job is that? I'm actually wondering what job that is, because... Oh, and...
Also, my mom's very surprised at how fucking well I got my dog trained, considering she hasn't been able to train the boys.
Oh, nice. Oh, no, it's
Look,
an
all I
awkward
did was treat the little fucker like she was a child, and it worked.
Oh,
You know?
can't believe I missed that. I
Red,
legit...
I saw you got 100% achievement.
Oh, nice. An example of great workmanship, but it won't fall apart in your beloved's hands or cause even mild neck gangrene.
So now that Unity's gotten older, Mom's now starting to see the pit in her.
Is it because she's dumb?
No, it's just she has that very stereotypical square pit head.
Oh, sweet. Another silver key. I don't know how many of those I have.
I'm not wrong, pits do have a more square head than most breeds, right?
We have an animal that doesn't want to be inside half the time.
It's kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie.
I was checking the rice.
Alright, to Rook Ridge. 70
Well, that would
miles,
explain why that
13
dog kept remaining
hours on
outside
foot.
at my grandfather's.
Fucking know if I was big, why they were in the fucking microwave.
It's probably in our room. Or in the bathroom.
Okay.
You probably brought him in when you came in yesterday.
Okay, time to deal with some bandits.
Better tell the boss.
Oh yeah, by the way, I had somebody call me a liar. That shit was fun, and I was like, "Excuse you, I want to see your badge number, motherfucker. I am not dumb enough to dox myself."
Yeah, I don't have to give you my badge number. Fuck you. God damn, what is wrong with people? Rookery Gin has been added to your map.
Game.
Oh,
Well, no, it's I just find it so funny that random people on the internet feel the need to call people out and then say, "Oh, well, you're stolen valor, you're a liar, you're this, you're that." First of all, I never signed into the military. I'm VHS, which is completely different fucking governmental decision. First off, you're an idiot.
Oh, hey, Red. I will say this, about the payment, whenever it starts coming through, it'll be coming through my account. Mom wants me to send it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Alright. I'm totally cool, man. I'm not upset, I'm not,
I'm just letting you know who to expect it from.
You know what,
right?
Red? I don't believe you. I 100% believe I could outshoot your ass. I'm willing to put liquor on it.
I have no doubt that you could, motherfucker, when it comes to long range.
Why do you think they call me Dash? Stupid.
Oh, God.
For no other
Loser
reason,
has to
I had
smoke the
exactly
biggest ass fucking bowl I can find.
God.
Or that,
Well,
or
even-
let me
well, even from pistol.
Very strong copy.
Remember, my favorite or my quick draw speed is from the hip of a single action at .54 average.
Fuck you.
0.47.
Yeah.
Red, you remember that 45 that Wendell had?
Yep.
He had to sell it.
Oh,
You
dog
serious?
treat.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it got
treats.
that fucking hard over here.
Damn.
So run that by me again. Why did he sell it? Because I had to take my Bluetooth out to scratch my ear.
It's getting hard.
Because of money.
Avoid unwanted pregnancies and sexually transmitted diseases with this fetching sheath, made from only the very best animal intestines. Oh my god, I got a condom. I have no idea how old it is,
Granted,
though.
I understand him selling it quickly, but motherfucker really should got and fucking at least went for as much as he fucking could for that. Shit, motherfucker could have gotten fucking 12 fucking grand for that son of a bitch.
Easily.
Squeeze your
How much did he get?
5. He stole it for 5.
Alright, that hurts my soul.
$500.
I mean, I would have bought it for 5.
5G.
What am I supposed to tell?
Mind you, the gun itself, with all the modifications and all that, was well over 15K. With all modifications to it.
Can I get some help?
Still there.
Mind you, that's what I could gather, because, you know, with guns like that, modifications of that ain't cheap.
Oh, I can imagine.
Ray, do you want to explain to them how much it costs to really get a gun modified to how you want it?
Opening chicken package.
Well, okay, so Ren will be the first one to tell you. It completely depends on make, model, year, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And the
45 looks like it had a custom body, slide was custom grip.
Oh yeah, no, I know getting a gun modded is expensive.
Right? I mean,
Well, there's the question. Colt? Like, are we talking like?
Gun.
Are we talking like an old Colt pipe? What brand? What era? What is the gun?
5.
These buggers.
Just a regular Colt?
Modified scale, but yeah.
Well, no, just like not a Colt Python, just a regular Colt 25.
Yeah, just a regular Colt 25.
So it's based off of like the police issue variant, but not like the
it looked more like the old, like it was based off of the old variant they used to use during the war.
Ah, no bonus experience.
So, fuck, the Colt Navy?
That's what it looked like, yes.
It's a
Get lost, you damn dog!
The old Navy revolvers?
Go chase a chain of sausage!
No,
Your actions
the
continue to
45
shape
they
the world.
used. The old 1911.
Hey, Kate, you
Oh.
there?
What?
Good.
So it's a 45 auto.
Yes.
You're not
yes.
talking like a revolver.
No, we're talking handgun, not revolver.
I'm drinking
How old?
the drink. You know, the one you had earlier.
Oh, I honestly don't know. That gun was given to us.
It's fucking good. You are
I
kidding.
didn't get a chance
It
to ask
looks
the
to be
previous owner how
around
old
World
it
War
was.
One, World War II era. When he showed me a picture of it, it's about that era. Could be a little earlier, could be a little later.
Modify
Well,
and firing.
admit, though, there has been a lot of modifications to it, Red.
Yeah, modifying and firing.
Yeah, talking about guns.
Nope.
Mind you, the gun is completely legal,
I'm
even though
shooting a
with the
blunderbuss in
era
this game,
that's
it's kind of
from it,
funny.
I'm answering Lynn's question. Yes and yes.
Okay.
Slide barrel, grip, all that was modified.
You're looking, depending on where it was used, if it was actually in wartime, if the modifications were recent or not, and if you have any paperwork on historical value, you're looking anywhere between 6K, give or take. And the only reason I say 6K is because those guns were mass produced all hell, so they're pretty common to find. But you're looking at between 6 and 22K.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
He didn't get it appraised, and he just sold it for around $5,000.
Yeah, that's what I would sell it for in a hurry.
We were with that. We had to be very careful with it because it was one of those.
A stupendous
I have a feeling
success.
it's because of how
Jolly
old
well
it was,
done.
is because it
Of course, turns out
didn't have
those
serial
deeds
numbers.
weren't entirely genuine.
Yeah,
so the
no.
toll
I mean, they
road
would have
is
had a
gonna
serial
work
number,
out
but
quite
I'm
as
sure.
planified. Still, at
No,
least it's
okay,
not
so
me who has to
that was
rebuild the bridge
completely
now.
legal, Noah, when it
So
comes to
I might be
historical
broke,
handguns
but
and
I'll
rifles,
bounce back.
provided it is made before
Anyway,
the
here's my
government act
trusty
which
thesaurus, as
made serial
promised.
numbers necessary,
You never know when you'll be
it's
caught in a
grandfathered in.
lexicological quandary.
Okay.
You're telling me I did all
We
this
got
shit
that
just
from
for a
lawyer
fucking
that we helped
thesaurus?
move, Red.
Oh, okay. Well, I got renowned points, dashes, goggles, and Barnum's
So
thesaurus.
either way, it wouldn't have been given to us if it wasn't legal.
Oh, sweet.
You know.
Well, I mean, also return to
Thanks to
Bowerstone
you,
never.
the way to Bowerstone is now open again.
Wakey, wakey, it's day.
Oh, wow, there's more quests. Sweet. Okay, I'm not going to the Temple of Shadows. Till death do us part. Oh, yeah. I know that one. The archaeologist, aid Albion's premier archaeologist, and looking at ancient artifacts. Each find you make will contribute to your fame and earn you renowned. Which one? I could have sworn there was a quest in Fable, and I can't remember which one it was. I want to say it was the second or the third one, because I remember you had guns. But there was one where basically the husband hires you to. The husband hires.
I'm not
you...
trying to step to get in your way. I was stepping because it was starting to burn. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
talking to somebody else.
Oh, yeah, the husband hires you to basically make his wife fall in love with him, or like with the player character, so that because if she divorces him,
a few people are whispering
then like she doesn't get anything. But if he divorces her, then like then they take half. So he like hires you to basically like get her to fall in love with you and cheat on her husband and all that stuff. It's hilarious though, because at the end
You're basically hired to cause an affair.
Yeah, so that like proof of what is it?
Adultery.
Infidelity.
Yeah, infidelity.
Or
adultery, infidelity. It's the same. Really the same thing. At that point, it's just legal terms. But like, what you can do is you can kill the guy at the end, and she'll be a rich widow, and then you can still marry her.
Accept you as the escort.
Like, as bad as it sounds, like it's like the only evil thing I do in that game.
Oh.
Yeah, like it's like the only evil thing I do. I don't know why. Okay, aim, range style. Damn it, I want that one so bad because it'll make it easier later. And then strength. Yeah, the power creep in this game is very fucking slow. And the fact that you don't get flourishes until you spend 3,000 XP is kind of fucking ridiculous. But
well, okay, so it's actually different because in the second and third one, you're actually relearning skills as you go versus the first one, you're taught them from a young age.
yeah, it's still like that's the only thing I kind of hated about that, where I'm just like, And they also made it, which I did enjoy that system, where it was like, oh yeah, if you like, you get blue orbs for for physical attacks, red orbs for magic, and then yellow for guns, and then you just get green for general. It's mostly just that the orbs will disappear so fucking fast. So if you don't absorb them like right away, then be prepared to get
So I mean, like, I actually, I initially didn't like the magic system for like the second one where you were using those fucking gauntlets.
Oh no, that's the third game.
Almost everyone in Oakfield has heard of you.
Yeah, the
Sorry,
second.
it was the third game, and then then a person pointed out to me, it's like magic is dying.
Yeah.
So not necessarily dying, but the knowledge of it is fading. It's still there, just people don't know how to use it.
Yeah, and so like, I do like the gauntlet, and here's the only reason why I like the gauntlet is the fact that you can mix spells together. That's the only thing I liked about it.
Oh, I always resort to fire and wind. That shit is broken.
Oh yeah, I liked stop time and swords because that's funnier than being able to mix those two together and just literally have swords that like while everybody can't move. Should I do till death just? You know, I'll just do the ritual like that. That'll be the easiest. And I did promise.
Yeah, it was one of the.
Yeah, like I did the well, and also the third game's got John Cleese in it, so you can't really go wrong with it.
Well, it's, what I didn't like about the third game was it's the same thing with the new one. They're interjecting so much modern politics.
It's you.
Yeah.
And like the
Prayed
more
for
you
your
pay
return.
attention, the more you realize it's like,
I
oh
heard
come
what you
on,
did in
guys,
Woodbridge.
you have a great fucking IP.
I think you could be of great
Don't
use to
ruin
us.
it. Don't EA it. But they EA'd it.
Come.
Well, it's more
Like,
with the third game. I didn't notice it as much, but I just found the third game to be not as. It was clearly rushed, and they didn't know what to do with it. Like it was clear they didn't know where to go with it. And you being the king kind of throws some stuff.
Nourishing the golden acorn is
you
done
didn't know
with
the
holy
whole thing.
water
Okay,
from the
so they
wellspring
had
of
to
light.
rewrite the story.
But the
Because
springs
the third one
located
was
in a
made
nearby
stand-up with
cave, which
Sweet
is said to be
Baby.
quite dangerous.
Oh, okay. When it
Our
was in its
sacred
infancy.
text says 2 monks must enter this
Yeah,
cave.
so they had to
The
completely
strongest
redo
and a
everything,
second
and
of the
then as
abbot's
you notice,
choosing.
they started a lot of race
Obviously,
swapping
this
and gender
concerns
swapping.
me,
You have a lot of
especially
gay
since the
characters if you
strongest
actually
monk
pay
here is my
attention to the
own
way
child.
the NPCs
So
associate.
instead of a
If you
second
stick around
monk,
long enough
I
in
have
an area,
chosen to
everybody
send a
becomes
protector
gay.
for the first.
I'm not even
And that's
joking that
you,
that's a thing.
if you're
Oh
interested.
God, I didn't know. I'm gonna be doing the
cave
third
is
game
just at the
soon.
end
So
of this road.
okay.
No, I'm saying it's like pay attention to the interaction
You probably passed it
on
on your way
how
here.
everything works, and when
Our
if
strongest
you
monk
play a
will be
male
waiting
character
for
and you try to find a wife,
Now then,
you know, and you
I
pick
must
like
gather the
typical
others and
heterosexual
prepare
white
for the
male type
blessing.
shit, look at how people
Our
respond
first
to it
hero
versus
awaits
different
us.
characters.
Okay.
I'm not joking that this is a
Even
mechanic.
if they do not yet realize it.
Okay. Cause like I didn't play 3 that much. I played 2 a decent amount, and then once I got to 3, like 3 was fun, but it wasn't great in my opinion. So
What pissed me off about 3 was you actually had to make a partner out of another player, and then you guys got to decorate a house together, and that shit just annoyed me. It's like, let me do everything by my fucking self. I want to change everything, damn it. I don't just want to change half of the shit. I want to change all the shit.
I also find it funny that like the evil choice is having a castle of dread. I just thought that was funny. I'm like, I want my castle to be gloomy. Like, I'm doing most of the good choices. Like it was mostly. It was also a thing of like I was playing Last of Us Part 2 like a couple weeks ago, and I was just like, oh hey, like, oh hey, like, why is every mention of somebody being married or with somebody is that the fact that they're gay? Like, that's kind of like, oh hey, the hammer, or hey, Sister Hannah.
I knew my lovely singing voice would bring the crowds.
I like Sister Hannah.
No, that's an actual mechanic in the game. I shit you fucking not.
So you're my escort then?
As you, because you
father said
age
you'd be coming
slower
by.
than regular humans, but as each generation goes forward,
Hey there, boy.
and you see the characters and
Hello?
NPCs change,
Oh, you're
and
a
you actually
strong,
pay
handsome
attention
fella,
to,
aren't
because
you?
you know you have on the third one, you can check to see if they're in a
Nothing better having
relationship
you
and
with
blah
me
blah
in that
blah.
cave.
Yeah.
Yes,
right?
I will.
Start actually tracking that shit, and it's
I'm
going
Sister
to piss
Hannah.
you off.
Okay.
Some people call
I'll
me
look in.
Hannah
I'll
when they think
definitely
they're
look
being
into it
clever.
because after I'm done with this one, I'm
They're
gonna do the
not.
third one.
But I can't do much about it because monks make a solemn vow never to bash anyone's face in. Did my father mention that? Yeah.
I love Sister Hannah.
Whatever fighting's to be done in there, it's all yours.
We require a hero, not a
I didn't
pacifist monk.
confirm it with Wendell. Yeah, he would have
We'll
checked in
need
with
her
me
to
to see
find a
if one of
reason to
y'all wanted to
fight.
buy it.
I don't mind telling you, I'm a bit
Yeah,
envious.
it's one of those, I don't have the
You
money
get
right
all
now, and
excited
Wynn
that
would buy
I
it,
get
but
to
he
carry
doesn't
this
have the
bloody
money right
thing
now,
like
and
some
it's
sort
one of
of
those is that
mule.
we would have given him, if
I mean, look
either
at
of us
it.
had
It's
been in the
enormous.
position
Golden or not, how much water does a
to
bloody acorn need?
buy it, we would have given him a fair market value after a proper assessment on what he actually had.
Yeah.
Because I was even
I ain't a
curious
bitch.
on what
I'm a
exactly that
crazy.
was. Like,
It's
how old is
amazing
it?
when you
Is
think
it,
about it.
you know,
No
is
one
it
else has
fully
been in
legal
here for
or
maybe
is it
100
just
years.
barely, or like, you know, like what,
Well,
you
well,
know?
monks
Any
anyway.
gun that was made
I guess an
before
adventurer or two
the
could have come in,
law,
but
That's
because
the thing.
there was
I
a
don't
few,
want.
but one of them
I
said,
didn't hear about it.
no, okay, so it's called grandfathering in. If it was made
Look
before
up
that
there.
time period, it's grandfathered
They're
in and
lovely.
illegal.
Ooh,
I
that's
think
beautiful.
they're
What
called
is?
wisps.
Huh.
Souls of the dead who never left this world.
Okay.
It's actually rather sad, isn't it?
So it is completely legal.
Okay, so that one would have had to be grandfathered in.
You are a quiet
Yeah.
one.
I just laughed at your character
Watch
never
your step,
talks in
doggy.
this.
Looks a bit steep here. Do you reckon we'll run into anything nasty?
I also kind of am annoyed about the new Fable game when because they took out the good and evil mechanics. That's like the big thing that I have a problem with.
Pacifists.
Good
Well,
and evil.
okay,
They
you
took
know
out the
what?
whole
Monks in the
morphing your
north, they
body,
believe
your
that to
character's
transcend
body
violence,
to
you have to
reflect your
understand them
actions.
first.
Yeah, and the quote
So
was
instead of
in the
fighting,
dev. Oh, I think
they
it was the
train
head of the
to
dev
fight.
team. Literally said,
They think
"Oh,
that's
we
the
took
path to
out the good and
peace.
evil mechanics because none of us on the
Sometimes I
crew
think,
could agree
what
with
if
what
them
was
blokes
good
who
and what was
founded
evil."
the
And I was
Temple
like,
for
"Okay,
Light
you're people I
believed
don't want to
that?
hang out with. I'm sorry."
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, and it's one of those, it's like Imam Muhammad Wahidi said, if you stand for everything, you stand
All
for
right.
nothing.
Nothing.
This
Yeah.
And
should
that
be the
is why
central
he
chamber.
always feared, when he was
Wow.
a
I've never seen
Islamist,
anything
right? And
like
he'll even
this,
admit that
ever.
that's what he was before he
Now,
saw the
according
light,
to
as
my
he put it.
father, we need to go through these 3 doors in order
He
to collect
said
the
that he
water.
always feared conservatives
Putting
because they
weight on the
came with
pressure
principles.
plates will open the doors.
Yeah. Oh no, I remember hearing that
This one's the
interview
first.
about that, where he's like, "Yeah, no, they're
There you go.
okay.
No,
Thank
you're
you,
talking about the
Hannah."
boxer Muhammad Ali, alright?
No, it was a
No,
different person.
Muhammad Wahidi is the Imam of peace. He's
I'm sorry.
essentially a
Or
Imam
Muhammad,
that's
I
leading
thought wrong one.
the
I'm sorry.
Muhammad. Yeah, you should have listened to the last part because I said
Yeah,
his last name
yeah,
a couple
I'm
times.
very
So
sorry about
he
that.
is a Imam. Yeah. So he
Yeah.
is a Imam that is leading the Reformationist movement within Islam. And he'll be the first one to admit this will end in violence because any time in history where it has not.
Yeah.
Now,
In order
there
for
are
there
2
to be great
plates in this
change
room.
in the Islamic faith,
It'll take
there will
both of us to get the
inevitably be
water
violence
flowing.
and conflict.
Okay, good boy.
I mean, he's
Good
very
boy.
upfront about it. Like, he knows exactly how it's going to go.
Yeah. All right, Hannah, hop on it, and let's get going.
I stand here so I can catch it, and you need to stand on that one.
All right. But yeah, the what is it? Yeah, it's just more. It's just more annoying because I'm just like, that was Fable's whole thing, and it was also them bitching about how, well, there's not a lot of black people, there's not a lot of representation. I said, well, it's based around the old UK Fable.
I really hope they find someone else to do this next time.
Yeah.
It takes
Mind
place
you,
in
I'll be
fucking
an
Europe.
old
It's the
lady by
whole thing
then,
with
so
the
I'll
Cheddar
probably
Man.
off
They
the
try to
hook.
claim the Cheddar Man was black, and surprise,
this is
surprise, well,
probably
their
going to be
labs
the
come in, and
highlight
oh
of my
no,
life.
the Cheddar Man was early
The day I carried
proto-European.
a jug through a
Yeah.
cave.
He wouldn't have been black at all.
Hardly epic
Yeah.
poem
Well,
stuff,
I mean,
is it?
and my thing is, in the second game, you do like the hero of Will is literally a black scholar.
Probably just my imagination.
And the only reason you don't hear about him is just, and the one thing I did like is that nobody nobody mentions that. Nobody mentions his race. It's just he's good at what he does.
Right, I reckon that's all the water we're going to get
Well,
from
and
this
it's
one.
also, let's look at the first one. You had Whisper, you had her brother Thunder, you
Yeah.
had representation, but it was quite obvious they came from another nation. They were immigrants. So there were not a lot of them because
Yeah.
they were non-native, and they could have taken that angle of, oh, you saw traders, maybe at the docks you saw a couple merchants. There are so many ways to integrate diversity in a believable, non-overbearing, in-your-face way that is completely historically accurate if you want to take that angle, and not be fucking thundercunts about it.
Yeah, well, that's kind of the annoying part, is like, why didn't you just make it in Fable is that you could travel to other lands? Like, in the third game they did, but I would have liked to see them where you could do it again. Because, hell, in the first game, you actually travel somewhere else.
They must be trying to protect the water.
Yeah, and by the way, did you notice that those people were basically based upon Inuits?
Yeah.
Like, they even had Inuit skin, hair, and eye color.
Yep.
And the eyes of the Eskimo people.
Yeah, because it was in a fucking cold region.
If I'm not wrong, didn't they bring something similar to that back in the DLC for a second?
I don't remember. I know there's a new area that you can go to. I don't know if I'm...
Travel to a Polynesian type island.
I know in the third one they fully brought back. You're not just in the kingdom. You travel to another area.
Yeah, that's where like the ultimate evil is. Oh wow,
yeah.
You can afford brutal styles. Sweet.
Well, mind you, the ultimate evil that. Oh, what's her fucking face? The blind bitch from the first one.
Teresa, basically the original hero's sister, descended of King Archon.
Yeah, don't spoil it. Don't spoil. Let's not spoil too much because I do plan to do the third game later on. Because I'm helping right now. I'm helping. What is it? Hannah.
Well, once you get through the third one, let us know, and we'll give you the rundown on that ancient evil.
Oh no, I know, because I played the first game.
This goes far from the first one.
Yeah, no, I know. Like
if I remember right, First Kingdom, Red?
That was fantastic.
Yep, the Great Kingdom of Archon.
Yeah.
Have you ever fought them before?
Okay, so I get why they couldn't do a lot in the first game. The Xbox 360 era, you had a lot of hardware and firmware limitations.
Xbox era.
Like there was just a lot.
You said Xbox 360 era, and I'm like, nah, the original one.
No, that was Xbox, the original Xbox.
Yeah.
What is?
Well, it's also a thing of Peter Montague also has a big fucking problem of tell that fucker to stop doing interviews. That'll end his problems right there because he has a big problem with promising shit he can't always deliver.
I'll stand by the fountain to catch the water, same as before.
One of those guys that
yeah, Peter Montague has always been known
like
for that.
Elon Musk when it comes to that whole self-driving thing.
Yeah, well, not even just that. I would actually compare him to like No Man's Sky level of like they promise so much, but then didn't deliver.
That level of
Our levels of bullshit.
Yeah,
It would just tip over, and then where?
And so, like, granted, a lot of people.
So the difference between Todd Howard and Elon Musk is Elon Musk is actually trying to make it work. Because they did a lot of simulations, but they didn't have a lot of variables.
He promises time frames that you have to admit are far too short.
Yeah, but my thing is, I think it's the.
I would, as a person that's really good at that, I would say, yeah, like, I think that he should expand his time frame. However, the fact that he's even, you know, working on it and showing the progress, you know, he's actually talking about the progress that they made, that he wants to make it happen. I can give him that. You know,
the progress that he's made so far is impressive.
Yeah.
But it still goes back to the argument of, well, he's still overpromised and underdelivered within the time frame he said. So he really should go back to the board and just reevaluate all that before making any more announcements.
Agreed. But, I mean, it's not, like I said, it's not Peter Montague, fucking Todd Howard, No Man's Sky level of that shit,
Oh yeah,
though.
it's still not that level of fuck up. It's like, alright, this is... more annoying than anything.
Yeah, Peter Montague is literally that level of fuck up, where it's like he just keeps lying about what's going to be in the game, and then when it doesn't have it, or it doesn't have it to the level that he promised, he gets pissed off. Like, granted.
It's also here's the part that pisses me off is that like I would like to point out that we you know, like we were talking about, is the whole thing with oh, we didn't know what was good or evil. Okay, I don't want to associate with
That's often the point where the ground
fucking
falls out from under
all,
your feet.
like
Be
you
cautious.
said. Number one, and that like we can't talk about what is good, what is evil.
Bad. Kill the elderly. How hard is it?
Well, no, it's not even that. It's just the fact that, like, okay, the old Fables were high fantasy. You need to understand that. That good and evil were very clearly defined.
Oh yeah, if I'm not wrong, the original Fable, it was more or less based off of old fairy tales.
That's Fable's whole shtick. That's why it's called Fable. It's basically based off the old grim fairy tales. And all of the old... the old grim fairy tales and the old fables of, like, when you're a kid.
Oh yeah, the fables of old.
Yeah, like, that was the whole point. That's why everything... That's why it was all about, like, that's why it was all about, like, you had, instead of werewolves, you had Balverines, instead of hobs, and, like, instead of goblins, you had hobs, things like that.
When those annoying-ass gnomes that fucking insulted you in fucking Gaelic.
Yeah, I believe that's hobs.
Fucking thick-ass Scottish accent.
No,
yeah.
the gargoyles in the second one. Okay, so first of all, we have Scottish friends, and needless to say, when
it all.
she translated it all, and it is so much worse than you think.
Yeah.
It is god-tier trolling at its finest.
So, if you're not familiar, the original studios were based in England. And so they had hired a Scottish voice actor because they wanted a bunch of gibberish. The entire fucking dialogue is either insulting the player or insulting the English, and some of them in very graphic ways involving privates.
Oh god, that's funny, to be honest. And fun fact, that's kind of the way Robin Williams was on Mork and Mindy too. They actually had to hire
Evan, I will say this, trust me, you should look up the actual translation of what all they say.
Yeah, I watched a video on it years ago and it made me laugh, because I was just like, oh my god, that's genius. And the fact that they didn't think that, the fact that they didn't find out until the game was already out is even funnier.
Oh, and it's better is if you have the original one, it's even worse.
Damn.
The original Fable 2, I got it on this version. It's worse.
Nice.
Basically, one of them insults the queen, and basically says that she has the penis in the family. You know what I mean?
That's funny. That's just...
Not even joking, that's what he's saying, and that's like now I can't, every single time I fucking play that mission for the gargoyles, I'm just gonna sit there and just listen to the fucking thing call me a numpty and a bunch of other shit.
To be fair, I think if the queen was still around, she would have found it amusing.
She actually had a goddamn sense of humor, dude.
Yeah, oh no, I know. Like, oh no, she was the reason why Snoop Dogg toured the UK. Snoop Dogg wanted to go to the UK, and like the Conservative Party was all like, no, we don't want him here. Headless Hollow-Man. Uh-oh. Well, it looks like he's a little pissed off from losing his head. And then the Queen's like, yeah, he didn't hurt us. He can come.
You can get South
So
she did have a conversation about some of the lyrics that there was just something saying something.
Yeah.
And
then like, but like if you do that, he's cool. Oh, whoa.
Right, and he's like, you know, as long as you like tone down these specific words and you know, make sure it's appropriate that it can be aired on the BBC and follow rules, you're cool and you're always welcome in the UK. And he was like, okay, because Snoop Dogg was like, it's not my country.
Well, yeah, he's always kind of been like that, and he didn't have a problem with it because he's like, yeah, no, I get it. You guys have different rules here. Like, whatever you want, I'll do, as long as I can perform my music. Which, how is that a bad thing? You know, like, oh yeah, the idea that, you know, I'm in somebody else's country, so I can't do everything I want to or like can do in my own country. Oh, the fucking horror.
Thank you.
Well, it's even then. So they have decency laws. So, and I explained it to my friend JJ. I said, look, you can't play a lot of rap music. You're not going to hear it a lot on the radios over there in a lot of countries in Europe because they have decency laws and bitch, whore, slut, stank, the N word. You can't air that on public broadcast. Like, you can hear it in the clubs and all that sort of thing because that's the adult-centric area. But due to the way that these countries function,
over there.
you're not going to hear it
Lords
out
of
and
light,
about.
bless this water, that with it we may give rise to new life once more.
To be honest, that kind of makes
As new
sense.
life rises, so
I mean,
shall we.
Public decency, like, you know, like, I get that, but then again, it's also Europe. Alright. God damn, I forgot how much of an absolute unit Hannah was.
Sister Hannah. I need to go to bed.
Alright, have a good night, Cake.
Night.
Brother Robin? What is it?
But yeah,
It's your father.
Provided
One of Lucian's
it's,
men.
you know,
He's
and
holding
Snoop
him
Dogg is
hostage
like,
at the temple.
she would have found that whole shit
He's
funny
got a
if it
gun.
had been uncovered. I mean, the king currently is a fucking pussy. Like, I'll just be the first one to say it. Like, no, I don't even know British people that
Oh,
like
I forgot she does that. She just picks up that fucking hammer.
One of Lucian's agents has come to the temple. Go after her.
I forgot she just picks up that fucking hammer and just goes. But yeah, no, I like the Fable series. I want it to come back, but I want it to come back in its like original form. You know what I mean? A soft.
It's never gonna happen, man. It's that it's gonna take a lot of overhauling in the system. I mean, you have the leaders like 4 Studios who make Kingdom Come,
No, I
Kingdom
know.
Come Deliverance.
Can you guys hear me?
You know,
Yeah.
yes, we can hear you.
Okay. I'm an idiot and I muted myself
studios
this
like
entire
that-
time. Got it.
Yeah. It happens.
Studios like that have gained a lot of traction.
Father, are you okay?
But they aren't there yet. They aren't there yet. It's one of those. It's also going to take. Like, I am just so sick of it. I've seen censorship people trying to come for Helldivers because you can see the severed bodies of your player. Then why the fuck is your 6-year-old son playing Helldivers? First of all.
Oh,
hell! Remember
shit.
when I had people come after me for swearing on my live stream?
Why?
Oh god, yeah.
Speaking
Tell
of that, I'm
us
planning
about that.
on.
You could have fucking laughed.
I had a woman who was reporting me because her son was watching my live stream while I was playing Call of Duty.
What?
Damn.
A rated M
Why
game.
would you letting your son watch the stream of that game? What? That's on the fucking
No,
parent.
she was going after me for swearing in Call of Duty.
Damn.
Like, did she not watch the gameplay footage? I just question.
I'm sorry, Father.
It's 90% swearing
Not that I
and
broke my vow.
slurs.
I'm sorry I didn't break it sooner.
Not even just that. Like, my
never did fit in
character
at this
swore in
place.
the game at one point.
We both knew that. And now I'm making a new vow.
Not only
Lucian
that, but I
would die
mean,
for
shit,
what he
has that
did to
bitch
you.
never seen a fucking COD
I won't
lobby?
break this one.
Okay, more importantly, I would
Sister
like to
Hannah.
point out you're required to have either a phone number
You do it.
or an email
As
tied to your
new
account
life
verifying you
rises,
are over the age of
so
18
shall
to watch
we.
my streams.
As the seed returns to the earth,
So how
do
the
we
fuck
all.
was this kid watching your streams?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Mom.
It's not going to be easy. It's going to take a lot of games.
Is that it
and there are
then?
going to be a lot of
Kid possibly
My
lied to
father's
mom.
The golden oak is flourishing again.
Red.
So now
It's
life just
possible,
goes
however,
on as
here's
before,
the thing
does
that
it?
pisses me off. It's the why aren't parents watching their kids? I mean, it's the same
Yeah.
rant I had over
The other
Roblox
monks may
shit.
believe
It's
that,
the,
but your eyes have
honey,
been
I've been
opened.
doing this job
Where did you
20
come from?
fucking
Who are
years. You,
Like,
the
Someone who
The
can
parents,
tell you
Roblox
much
shit,
about
yeah.
Lucian.
I
Where
get
he
they
is,
should be upping their
what his plans
moderation
are,
a bit more. There shouldn't
how
be
you can
this
gain
many
your
pedophiles
revenge,
on your fucking
if you
platform.
will
A
listen.
platform that
I
is
want to
centered and
know
designed around
everything.
children.
Then come with me, Sister Hannah.
But
yeah.
Well, it's not
moderate
just
your
that,
damn
they
kids.
actually have been banning people from moderating it and censoring the pedophiles. Because the pedophiles are the ones that are
The
buying
hero
all
of
this shit.
strength. The Temple of Light has lost its leader, but you have found a follower, Hammer, the hero of strength. You were there when the hero of strength was recruited.
That one will be alright.
They
I'll
all
try
they
and get
are.
Bell
Moderate your
to
damn
take
kids.
care of her.
Yeah. Well, you Lily, just pay attention to your
That's the
fucking
thing.
kid.
Teach her how to be a cat.
Oh, wow.
You've
Well,
done well, hero.
it's. I'm not trying to,
You have
beat a
gathered the
dead
first
horse.
of the three
However,
heroes,
parents,
and we
your
are one
job
step
is to
closer
be
to
a
defeating
parent and to
Lucien's
moderate
plans.
your kids. It is your
It will
job
take
to
some
see
time for
where
Hannah
are
to
they, who
overcome
are
her
they
grief,
talking to online. Oh, I want to protect my kids' privacy,
and
sweetie.
longer
Until
to
they're
explain her
18,
role
you
in
are the
Lucien's
parent, not
downfall.
their friend. They don't have fucking privacy. If you
Perhaps
don't
this
know
would be
who
a
they're
good time to
talking to,
upgrade your
where they're
equipment.
going, what they're doing, you are opening
I
up the
believe
door
there
for
is a
trouble.
sale in
Doubly true
Bowerstone.
in the modern era in the
It may
Internet of
well
Things.
be
Speaking of
worth a
knowing
visit.
where the hell they are, that's where
Remember there
fucking
used to be
mom
Come back to the
PSAs
gate when you are
that would...
ready.
because that Life 365 shit they have on kids' phones.
Or
It's like
remember there used
I'm
to
gonna
be...
trust Alistair. I don't trust anyone else, and that's the point that I'm gonna have with him. Is it's like I'm tracking your phone not because I don't trust you, because I don't trust other people.
Yeah. Well, remember there used to be PSAs like, hey, it's 10 o'clock at night. Do you know where your children are? Which is like the funniest thing in hindsight now.
You know what's funny is my
Or how
parents
about
could never
that?
answer that question.
Yeah, same.
But that's because I grew up in it. Like my issue is I kind of existed on a different spectrum for that, because I grew up in a town of less than 100
Yeah, we're
people,
watching.
so all the neighborhood kids were out fucking off somewhere, and no one knew where we were half the time.
Oh god. Okay, I love the fact that this quest in
And
Fable
that's
right
where
now.
you got lucky that you grew up in such a tight knit community.
Yeah, I mean it's a mixed bag, to be honest. Like with tight knit communities, but I love the fact that this quest is literally two local idiots have literally read from the Necronomicon, so now I gotta go fucking deal with it. Oh, fuck it.
Buddy, what game are you playing?
Booyah! Oh shit, that's a summoner.
He's playing Fable.
No, Bungus. Playing a
Yeah.
dark game, I can't see it. Oh, Blade and Sorcery. Oh, I have that. She has to set up my VR system. Never play against me.
I still
Yeah, I hear it's
fun. In Red, I do intend on playing against you down at the room.
But like
you're going to die painfully.
One of the weirder conversations. One of the weirder conversations I've had at like 2 a.m.
So you
I had
really
a person
think I'm
asking me
seeing
about
that as a
politics.
bad thing, Red? I'm not. I'm just seeing it as a.
That's
Why
fine.
would they ask you? Like, no offense, but you try to be as apolitical as possible. And
Well, it's even just that. It's okay. You've gone into my streams. You know what my streams look like. You know the kind of streams I'm about.
Yeah.
To say, unless it's specific things for me, he's a lot like me. Don't talk politics. We good.
I'm right. I'm literally just a furry on the internet playing comfort games or
Yeah, you're-
Destiny.
Yeah, I'm just trying to
Don't
relax,
give a shit
man.
about politics. Like,
Politics
don't
isn't
bring it up.
my thing.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, it just takes an interest in me, which is fucking annoying because it's like I used to argue with my ex-girlfriend about that, where I literally said says I was she said, I quote, I was radicalized by Joe Rogan. I just thought that was funny because I said I didn't start caring about politics until it started affecting shit that I cared about, like fucking, I don't know, my video games. Like, stay the fuck away from my video games and we will be just fine.
Oh yeah, that's why.
And that goes for both sides. I don't care. Leave the video games alone.
Yeah, that's all I give a shit about.
Exactly. Unless
Leave video games and
that's
porn alone.
actually criminal.
Yeah.
Unless
Yeah.
it's actually criminal, like child shit. Okay, and it's one of those is that I own some games that would be argued to be questionable. Why? Number one, either A, the mechanics, it's hard as shit, and I play Dark Souls. And I'm always looking for a challenge, and I want punishing games.
Yeah.
Higher
Oh,
the
thank you for
difficulty, the
reminding
more
me of that. I
challenging
need to finish Sekiro. Because I'm on like my
Yeah, that
17th
reminds
stream.
me. I need to finish Sekiro too.
I need to finish that. I need to finish God of
I've yet to
War
start
2018. I need to finish God of War 2018. I need to finish a lot of shit. Oh. Bam! Fuck you.
But yeah, it's, to me, it is a thing which I look at it and I'm like, it's one of those, I am very anti-censorship, except I am not one that should have believes that there should be no censorship at all. There's just some things that does not.
Well, there's also an argument for that there's a difference between censorship and curation. You know what I mean? Like, there's a big difference where you're like, hey,
For
you
me,
don't
it's
put
also
this...
like, it shouldn't be the teacher's job to parent your kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No.
Any weapon y'all want to see?
Dynamic there.
Okay, so I own this game, Bungus. Would you mind showcasing some of the swordplay for Noah, because he wants to get this game, and there is a mod that enables two-player, and I'm going to slap the shit out of him.
Yeah. Yeah, VR games are actually getting a nice little step up, which is kind of nice.
That is what they call a bastard, or what they call a hand-and-a-half sword, very specifically. I own 2 of those.
Oh, what is it? Remember remember when we were talking about Amy Hennig, we were wondering what the hell happened to her? Like, what does she do now? And then we found out she makes VR games, and the VR games actually look pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
I still remember
I'm
that.
so glad she's doing good.
Yeah, same here. She deserves, like, I posted on Twitter that I'm like, gaming owes her a debt that like we will never repay, because she wrote some great fucking games, from that to Uncharted, and then worked on Last of Us, and then fucking that asshole Neil Druckmann pushed her out.
Megan.
Yeah, what did she work on? Were they always a pair, or what was the?
Why was
DE Megan, Digital Extremes Megan. She wrote she wrote all of the Unreal Tournament series as well as Warframe.
Oh wow, nice. Is she still doing Warframe, I'm assuming?
No, so they dropped doing Warframe to a bunch of people that they hired on to run Warframe, and they're now working on Warframe's spiritual successor.
Oh, isn't that like Soulframe or something like that? The one that's
which if you like, Bungus can tell you about that. That's a good game.
Val's been talking a lot about Warframe, and so is George, and it's making me want to play it.
So Bungus, on the thing, grab, step, press, good. Also the second cross of the hand-and-a-half sword can also be used not only for stabbing, but you can also use it as a guard. Yeah, right there.
Also, there are a lot of games that need to stop gubbing, like there are games that I want to come back, but then there are a lot of games that I want to just die. Like, so for example, one game I think that was never implemented well, that I think is primed to come back would be Resistance, because I thought Resistance would actually had a good story and good bones.
Yeah. They'll never make a comeback. Same with Killzone, that game will never get a comeback.
Yeah, and I don't understand. The first Killzone was actually phenomenal.
Okay, so
Killzone
I
2 is
can
my
actually
favorite.
explain it.
Yeah.
So you know obviously the premise of Killzone. Nowadays they don't want something like Killzone in existence.
Yeah, I know.
Killzone is just space Nazis.
Yeah. Well, the interesting thing about it is, at least in the later games, they do add kind of, like, from the beginning, there is nuance to incentivize the fact that, like, the people that you're, like, not the Helghast, but those people, like, basically fucked over the Helghast, and that's why they have to live on, like, a dead planet. So it's actually kind of heavily hinted at. And also in the first game, because I remember...
It's, like, basically told, like, in the intro sequence. Like, you're basically told that these people are, like, basically slave labor that revolted, and you're basically being forced to go into war with them.
Yeah, and one of my favorite things is there's actually, and I remember I was talking, and it's on my Killzone episode, when I did the first Killzone game, one guy was like, because the Rico is a dick to one of the squad members because he's ex-Helghast. That was like the whole problem.
Helghast is a species, not a...
Yeah, it's because the only reason why I say it's like in the first game they didn't know if Helghast was a species or if it's a different race of human or whatever, because they say he's Helghast and then Rico says he used to be Helghast. And fucking, he's a defector. And Okay, dear Alex, it's time for you to know the truth. I don't love you anymore. I've never loved you. This is all a game. Oh yeah, this is the ghost
All
mission.
right.
But like,
All right. So I want to see a little more defense. You can what you can do is you can lock their blade as soon as they try to attack, and then you can actually swing your blade forward slightly to the right or the left, and you can actually take off their head and shoulder. That is an actual fucking technique.
Bells. Book up tips to make anyone fall in love with you. They're ready to say I do. It's just to get to know the object of your affection, so you're better. Oh, okay.
In case you need the help. Well, no, I did.
But yeah, like the first game, Rico's a dick to one of the guys, and then the art of seduction. But like and I remember when I was streaming it, one of the people was like, "This game would be canceled today," and I'm like, "Well, yeah, but the thing I had a problem with was the fact that it adds nuance." And then at the end, when you find out that like that guy, like when the ambassador for Helghast or whatever is literally taunting the defector because talking about how he killed his family because he defected. And the guy just blows his head off, and then Rico stops being a dick to him because he realized he actually gave something up to be on their side. Like, that was like a good. It was kind of a. It like, again, it actually added, that one thing that most people hate is nuance.
Like, okay, so it's not that they don't hate it, it's they don't understand it. Remember how Nate was having that conversation of words are practically magic to these people they don't understand?
No, I know.
And it's one of those is that I shared the thing that I had written. I said it's complete nuance and hyperbole with personification used as a literary device. And apparently, I got yelled at for it because nobody understood what I was actually saying. That was the part that pissed me off.
Well, yeah, they're not. Well, it's like I've also talked about the reason that, like, if you look at shit from the 90s and that, like, it hits a little bit different. Like, if you look at the original X-Men cartoon, if you look at Legacy of Kain, like, a lot of that old Shakespearean language. Hell, even fucking Fantastic Four. That old Shakespearean language is gone for these people. So, like, and it.
Well, it's not that it's gone. It's that people don't understand it anymore. Like, it's one of those is that Fantastic Four, all the original X-Men cartoons, they actually use verbs, nouns, adverbs, adjectives correctly, proper English grammar, and they had smart people and portrayed as intelligent. They didn't dumb them down like for the fucking movies where, oh no, it's offensive if somebody can't understand what they're saying. Well, then get an education and go back to school.
Well, it's
take
also
some English lit courses.
But like that's why I say it's gone for these people, and the only reason why I say is you might as well be speaking another language. Like you literally might as well be speaking another language. There's the Shakespearean English is gone. Like, and I'm not saying they can't learn it. I'm just actually starting to wonder if they actually have the capacity to. Because
they have the capacity, if they just don't. Okay, so here's the deal: is that here's their literal arguments and logic. And I do have a fake Blue Sky account, and I lurk.
Oh yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
I have infiltrated and I analyze them. I analyze them the same way
you made an account.
Yeah.
I'm
sorry, that is kind of funny though.
Like, I infiltrated Blue Sky. You made an account. Say it what it is.
I made an account and I convinced the people that my account is actually one of them. That's the funny part. The amount of bullshit I had to spin while gagging is unfathomable. But they accept the person that they believe is attached to that account. And that's the funny part.
So you lied about it like everyone on the internet anyways.
Well, yeah, the problem is that they think I'm some twat from California.
You sometimes come off as one.
She can.
I mean, a twat, yeah, but like not from California.
Yeah, one of my friends
okay, so basically,
he's pretty
my
decent.
character,
She can easily portray cunt from California.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Okay, I'll take
raging feminist, sex negative, man hater, funny as shit too. Let me tell you. And it's one of those is I'm lying through my fucking teeth and I'm laughing my ass off. Because I don't know why I find this funny, but tricking these people is too goddamn easy.
No, I know. It's kind of like doing the whole To Catch a Predator thing. It's kind of funny because it's like how are people this stupid? How are they this fucking stupid? I'm happy they're that stupid, but it's just kind of funny.
So essentially, I've infiltrated a lot of groups. By the way, Buzzard, how are you enjoying that flanged mace? Have you found the weapon you like?
All right, there we go. Okay, because to be fair, it was nice hearing the conversation, and at the same time, I was just like, I got like a shit ton of money. Jesus Christ! But it is also a 5-star thing, so I kind of understand it. But goddamn.
By the way, speaking of flanges,
I think it's 37. I have 37,000 right now. I wanted to buy the cow and the corset, but it was $72,000, so I'm not going to do that. But what I am going to do is I'm going to buy a couple houses, because you can do that in this game.
Man's literally becoming a slumlord.
Not a slumlord. I am actually a nice person. I'm actually like, now you can keep it. I'm buying some shops.
Isn't that the whole Fable? They lure you into trying being a good person, and then they do the switcheroo on you at the end of the game.
No, you're like, if you want to be a good person, you can be a good person. That's the whole thing with Fable. Oh, this is a unique building, so this is once you buy it, you won't be able to sell it. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll just buy it.
Speaking of blacksmithing, or I guess it's not blacksmithing, it's restoration. I got down to Floyd's and I went and bought a 1/8-inch carbon steel thing. It's just a piece of metal for cutting and all kinds of stuff to make the flanges for that gift. That gift I was gonna make.
Oh, nice.
We're moving
along.
I hope it works out well. But are you looking at the gameplay for Bungus? Because it's in the chat. They're broadcasting it. It's actually really. So far, Bungus is doing pretty fucking well. But he seems to like the bonk stick. Sorry, she seems to like the bonk stick. Bungus, they're dead. Bungus, they're dead.
Okay, well, I bought Fiction Burns, and I bought, what is it, and I bought the Luminous Lodge.
They are playing Blade and Sorcery, and this shit's actually funny. It's like, God damn, Bungus, what the hell?
Also, I'm sorry for the late night drug posting. I was not on drugs. I was just couldn't get any sleep, and I went down a rabbit hole of Billy Joel's Piano Man being played on harpsichord.
Yeah.
Oh no, I saw that and I was like the funniest shit, and I was like, I mean, he's not wrong. However, it is so nice to see another nerd that appreciates the bullshit, even if they have a less violent profession. It's so fun.
So, I got on this idea, because I've been watching Critical Role clips, and I like Critical Role. Critical Role
is fucking awesome.
I've not okay, don't judge me. I've not listened to it, so I'm like,
here's the thing. I am glad that Matt Mercer has made something nice for himself outside of voice acting.
Yeah, that's always cool.
I'm also glad that he helped basically give I would say a mainstream, a cleaner image for D&D than from when I was a kid, when D&D was the satanic panic.
Well, I would also argue that D&D was also, like, I wouldn't say it has a cleaner. I blame Hasbro for that. No, I don't. Well, I wouldn't say blame Hasbro, but I do talk about Hasbro like with it being like that because of the fact that them owning it, they've tried to appeal to a broader audience.
And then that leads to my main issue with Critical Role is
You have to help us.
And I'm not saying
Hero
mainstream as an
dead.
insult, because it has its place. I want it to keep going as long as
Mother will
possible
kill us
and
if she
for
finds
as
out.
good as possible.
You see, we read aloud
Yeah.
from this book we found called
I
the
have been
Normonomicon.
itching for
You're
the
the one who
past
found it,
year
remember?
to return,
Yeah, and
as
you're the
it
one who
were.
sort of
I joked with my
said every
cousin of
some of the
trying to
few
find
things.
a first edition
A few
D&D rulebook
hundred.
or a second edition
And now
rulebook.
they have the book.
I have
I've
a
been looking
second
at
edition.
Only because you dropped it, you big girl.
I mean,
You need to clear the
somewhere.
graveyard so we can get the book back and put
I
them all back where they came
part of
from.
it is I did not get into D&D until I was in college,
Where
which
do you
was
think they came from?
2016, 2018.
I don't know.
So
You
by
sold
then
them.
we had already
Next
moved
time you
on
want
to
us to
5th
explore
edition.
graveyards, hit yourself
You
with
know,
a mallet instead.
and I don't know, had this almost sort of nostalgic pull of the 80s rock and roll metal fantasy.
Yeah.
So you are aware, as somebody that played it back then, is that it is a darker type of. It is a harder, grittier.
It's more dark fantasy. I highly recommend listening to Matt Colville talk about it. It's basically a survival horror game. It is terrifying. It is your character can die really fucking quickly. You have to actually think about how you want to solve these problems. Like
But that sounds awesome to me.
Oh
right?
no, I know, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing. He's just saying that like, hey, no, be prepared. 5e, as much as that was my first introduction to it. It is very much like, you know, has what is it? Red said earlier about, granted about something else, but when you make something for everybody, you make something for nobody. And 5e is meant to be it. Arguably one of the best sets of rules for D&D, but it's not. It's very bland. Like it's very.
I have this.
I mean, you could also go into Pathfinder 2e as well. Pathfinder 2e is very good about that.
The itch I was having is, you know, to lack of a better term, the night. Anyone ever seen Knight's Tale?
Oh yeah. A Knight's Tale is
of-
amazing. I have it sitting. I have the DVD of it. I will defend that movie till my dying day. That movie is awesome.
Well, basically, A Knight's Tale is just D&D, but it's the 80s. You got the all of the 80s songs. You know,
Yeah.
Having that old time sort of. I guess 80s technically is an old time rock and roll, but you know, the rock and roll and the metal, right?
Yeah.
You know, and just having. I guess what I was feeling is I want to do what Matt Mercer does, but instead of it being the modern 5th edition, cleaned up, sanitized, I want it to be what I feel D&D used to be.
Yeah. Well, and my thing with it is that there's nothing wrong with it. Like, there really is.
No.
It's...
Nothing at all.
It all depends on what you want.
So I did look. I'm going to do this before I forgot. So I did look into like online, and I AI. They are not aware of the older Mass Effect comic books and the original Fable novels. It's apparently so. EA and BioWare paid a lot of money to clean up the history of Mass Effect.
Yeah, they basically pulled what the Blue Suns did
what
to
all did they
what's
pull?
his name?
From Mass Effect shit, because I quite a bit of the books and all that. What all did they pull?
All the stuff about the original stuff.
All the original comics, all the original.
Damn it!
Well, okay, so the idea behind it. Well, you have to dig for it, man. And even then, a lot of people don't get it twice. They spend a lot of money trying to get into a race. You can't even find the original comic book. A list of them or any images of them on any like major website.
I had one of the fucking comics beforehand.
See, aren't you glad Rogue Trader stole
Man, really?
I still need to do a run of that game. Oh God.
But yeah, so for those that aren't aware, Mass Effect originally was way cooler than it turned out to be in the video game before it became EA's slot project.
Unfortunately. Well, also, they fired the guy that wrote the original 3 Mass Effect games, and then literally... well, no, they fired him during the first development, or after the first one came out, and then they had his notes, so they just kept going on. They kept continuing, and then that's why 3 turned out the way it was, because they ran out of notes.
And so the guy basically had the first 2 made, and I assume was about halfway through, because that's about when 3 really falls off the list.
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, they really had 2.5 games.
He got George R.R. Martin.
Is what I'm hearing.
Pretty much. But the downside... Well, but I would also argue the fact that, okay, but only he wanted to finish it. like, okay.
The original writer, I'm sure is not
and all that, but if you're gonna use his notes, can I say this real quick? If you're gonna use the fucking notes, at least make sure you get your money's worth out of it.
I mean, to be fair with Mass Effect 2, they kind of did. Like, Mass Effect 2 is arguably one
I know,
of the...
but I mean, you know, from what it seems like they paid them for 3 games, they only got 2.5 because they decided to fuck them over. No, you don't do that.
Yeah, welcome to business of like, yeah, no, who said these people were smart?
For spite. They
Yeah.
do it for spite. Like, it's people who, for whatever reason, either because they think that they can make more money off of it, or they're mad that they made money off of it and not theirs. Fallout New Vegas.
No,
So
or
they
I
go and
would actually
destroy
argue.
things.
I would actually argue the fact, or there are people that aren't creative that wish they were. So that's a big component
that
of a
falls
lot of
into
it.
the spy category. I mean, let's look at Andromeda. You are aware that was a Sweet Baby Inc. production. Sweet
I'm
Baby
not
Inc.
surprised. And the worst part about
I mean,
it is Andromeda had potential. It had potential.
yeah, like
it's just
the base concept, if they had stuck to it and brought that gritty reality, because what in the original IP was a gritty reality. Mass Effect is gritty. It is not peace, love, and bullshit. It has dark geopolitics, different factions, people backstabbing.
Yeah, they
you have
made that
assassins
clear in the
disguised
very
as
first
nurses, for
one.
fuck's sake.
yeah, that was always kind of a big deal about. That's what I liked about it because it was basically Game of Thrones and Dune in space.
Yeah, okay, so give you an example. Let's look at Mass Effect 1. Because you get a special side mission depending on your character's backstory. You get to rescue a girl that had escaped the Batarians, and she exhibits all the evidence of sexual abuse and even references it. Because you know what the fuck happened. And also, that's why they really couldn't put Batarians into any of the Mass Effect games, because there's just no way you could. It's the same way why they can't put anything with Slanesh in any video game or any movie.
Yeah.
Because there's just no way you can do it.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like how I always say how there's stuff that you can put into a game, but like then there's stuff that you could.
Oh,
excuse me.
Imply but not show.
Yeah.
It's also the fact of, in the race to make everything as mainstream as possible, you lose cool things that more creative people could use to their betterment, and therefore that thing fundamentally becomes lesser. Like, I just watched something, and it was from 2nd and 3rd edition D&D. I got 2 words for you: vampire dragons.
Oh yeah. Trust me, if you really like a cool fucking like dark fantasy fucking setting for D&D, look up Dark Sun. Dark Sun, the more I read about it, the more I've been inspired to do shit in it. Magic.
It's not even a dark fantasy or something. That's just something that's really cool. That's an interesting concept, and it got
oh no, Dark Sun is dark fantasy.
I mean the vampire dragons.
Oh yeah, no. Like, what is it?
So when we talk about quantification, genre quantification, the dark fantasy has a layer of gritty realism. Like what Evan was saying with the original Mass Effect concept, it was literally Game of Thrones and Dune in a concept
in space.
In space, and the whole point of it is that even though it is from Commander Shepard's perspective, there is so much that is glossed over and excluded because they wanted to create this clean, polished vibe. And it's one of those is that, I'm sorry, baby cake, but since when is ever in anything political, which the entire thing is supposed to be a political satire, okay, is anything clean, is anything polished?
It's always
also
messy.
known as the Book of the Extremely Dead, this ancient tome emits a cold aura and appears to be bound in human skin. You can see the freckles. Within are to be found dark incantations and evil rites. Reverb stew recipe on the final page sounds particularly malicious. I forget about those funny things in the Fable games. But, like...
Well, you know, and there it is, right? There it is. On top of the fact of... I'm going to be honest, the Fable remaster might be okay for the first game. This new Fable, no confidence in. Because how do I describe it? At once, it takes itself very seriously and doesn't take itself seriously at all.
Well, it all depends on what you're trying to take serious. Like, so for example, I would love to see, like, for example, like, something like Dark Sun or something like Dark Fantasy, where it's like Witcher deserves to be taken seriously, but it makes those moments where it's goofy that much funny. Because you don't.
Even though the guy who wrote Witcher aped it from another author.
Oh, seriously? I'm not surprised. To be fair, he wrote it in the Soviet Union, so I'm not surprised.
I watched a video breakdown. The guy who wrote the Witcher series basically stole a lot of concept from another writer, almost page for page, from another book series that wasn't as popular. And I'm like, yep, that's the writing business for you.
Pretty much.
That's the writing business for you.
Let's actually take a look. So there was a campaign in keep in mind I am keeping a lookout because I'm trying to collect the original Mass Effect, and these are so rare.
Right.
And they're a bitch to get. They're not expensive because nobody knows that they really exist and how valuable they are. However, I am keeping my eye out for them.
What?
But the premise behind the original premise behind Commander Shepard was he's complicated.
The summoners, you got Max and Sam out of this mess, but who knows what mischief they'll get up to.
You could make the complicated character. That's what I loved about Mass Effect. That's what I loved about Mass Effect.
I'm Commander Shepard, and Fable is my favorite game on the Citadel.
No, there's a mug I found that I want to buy, and it says, I'm Commander Shepard, this is my favorite mug on the Citadel.
Yeah.
No one on Firestone has better.
Yeah.
Well, so when it comes to complicated, I mean, he's not necessarily... Depending on how you want to play it, because in the original tabletop, the whole thing of the Paragon and the reputation system was very complicated, more so than D&D and a few of the other tabletops at the time. However, what was interesting was even then you were often given really tough decisions if you just chose to play that campaign, where no matter what you do, you lose. The only question was what would be the loss, because sometimes you just can't win.
Yeah, and
that's
much
what I
like in
about
life.
Mass Effect 3 up until the ending is no matter what you won, you were losing something. You were racing the clock.
I mean, it was one of those things where with Mass Effect 3, it was just the three blatant endings of like, oh, everything just works out. That's why a lot of people had a problem, because it's like, oh, my decisions really didn't matter. Like, that's what it felt like.
Well, what's really cool is that in the original writer, you'd have to like really go back and find it. It doesn't BioWare tries hard to bury ex-writers and that sort of thing. I don't know if you noticed.
Sorry. Whoopsies. I was testing something. I apologize. I was aiming my gun because I was like, oh yeah, great, I got the ability to aim, and then I shot somebody's door out, and then I summoned Undead by accident. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. That was an accident. It was literally
You
like
get
Arch.
lucky, lucky.
It was literally the Archer thing of oh god damn it, Archer. Like, I'm sorry, did I get you? What the hell is wrong with you? Well, me, nothing, but you have a bullet in you.
Yeah, I love Archer.
The first
Your Honor,
season.
my client pleads oopsie daisy.
Yeah, my favorite. My favorite is fucking fucking what's his name keeps getting shot throughout the first season. Like,
well, see, here's the thing.
Buried.
Circling back to D&D, right? And this is why I know there's a lot of people who despise Critical Role and Matt Mercer. I'm not one of those people. I do say this. I think Brennan Lee Mulligan understands it more than Matt Mercer does, because the stuff that Brennan Lee Mulligan is doing with Campaign 4, and also what he did with Calamity,
Didn't Brandon Lee like leave the fucking College Humor?
Yeah.
Did he leave College Humor, or did he take a break? Well, I feel like it's one of those things with College Humor is like if he came back, they'd welcome him with open arms.
Yeah, it's like a thing of he just does his own thing. It's kind of like a what's his name, like a Soundgarden situation where they're not officially broken up, but like or they weren't officially broken up, but they would still like collaborate on shit. Like it was.
I watched a very interesting clip from Campaign. Well, the thing about Brennan Lee Mulligan is, I think Brennan Lee Mulligan is coming from a different place. Working on College Humor, you're allowed to be a little more complicated than just being a voice actor. I think that's the difference between Matt Mercer and Brennan Lee Mulligan. They're both good DMs, but Brennan Lee Mulligan is the kind of DM where he's, and I don't even want to say not afraid to do gritty and edgy things, because Matt Mercer's done it too. I think that Brennan Lee Mulligan is the type of DM where he has a vision in his head of he's trying to get a message across. Whatever that message is up for debate. But he builds his story around that message, and that message is sometimes complicated.
Well, it's also a thing of Brendan Lee
is completely okay with fudging shit for the sake of making the story better.
Well, it's also a thing of Brendan's also coming from a thing of, okay, like, I've always found that, like, okay, coming from a place of comedy, it ends up producing some of the people that are best for drama in a lot of avenues, because they've proven it in one aspect, and at the same time, granted, Matt Mercer is great, but that's like, he's a good voice actor, and he's a good actor, but he doesn't always translate to being a good writer.
Well, what I like about Matt Mercer is how Matt Mercer does things is, you notice, right, his stories are character-driven. The story is the character story. Where it's strongest is like the Whitestone arc. That was where Critical Role got its fame, right? And
again, I haven't watched Critical Role at all, so.
If you want to catch up on if you want to catch up on the story but not sit through, go watch Legend of Vox Machina on.
Yeah, almost everybody. Yeah, I remember
it's
everybody
literally just their campaigns but animated.
Yeah, no, I've heard good things about Legend of Vox Machina.
My god, it's glorious.
They just got their new season.
Yeah, no, I heard about it.
They finished that campaign arc finally.
Yeah, the problem with me, just in general, is the fact, like, whenever I write shit, I'm very character-oriented. So, like, and, like, I build out for the world. So, like, one of my favorite supplements that was ever introduced in 5e, and I'm not there's two of them that I'm a huge fan of, even though I'm not big on 5e anymore, was Grim Hollow and Kingdoms and Warfare. Kingdoms and Warfare was from Matt Colville. He did a mass combat rule set. So if you want to own your own building, like if you want to own your own keep, so he had strongholds and followers where you could own your own keep or whatever and actually add on and make your own kingdom. And then he actually added
I didn't see you
he actually added mass combat
Isn't it
rules
amazing?
later. So like if you had like somebody in the party,
look
like a
so
fighter,
happy,
he
don't
can
they?
make the fighter's keep, or you can
I'm
make the monk's monastery,
Don't
and they
mind
could
me.
do
My
certain,
name's
like they
Alex.
each had different buffs and stuff like that.
I'm sure you're a
The
really nice person.
and the thing I feel about,
I'm not really
because
much
I've
of a
run into
talker
this
these
problem,
days.
right? I run into this problem sometimes where you make a story and you want it to be character driven, only to find out that sometimes the player characters don't know what they want.
Yeah.
Which is okay. You can't expect everyone to know what they're doing at any given moment.
See,
I always find having an overarching story helps, as Six can attest.
How I like to play is I have how I make my characters is I have very solid backstories, and then I create. Maybe it's just me because I'm a nerd. I create psychological profiles, so I look at how each one would react.
And like for
then
me,
the reactions to events.
Pretty good. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like,
am I muted or am I muted?
No,
No,
you're not
we can
muted.
hear you in.
Okay, I'm like having issues on whether or not I'm trying to mute because I'm like halfway through another conversation in the background.
Okay.
But no, as a 15+ year DM at this point,
nicely done.
Where I'm at DMing wise is I just build a universe. I get an overarching basic idea of a story, and then I let you guys figure the fuck out from there. Everything else is completely ad-libbed. I have a point A and a point B, and I have not bothered putting anything in between that since, unless you guys want it there. If you like, I'll reference like different things, like for example, if you're walking on a trail, I have a list of shit that you might find along that trail. Now, you don't have to, if you don't engage with it, then I'm not gonna bother writing content. Like, I'm not gonna build an entire goblin keep on the off chance you're ever gonna come across it. I'll do it if you guys come across it.
Yeah. With me, what do you guys think of using AI as a tool to help you write? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's good? I use it as a...
I will actually murder you. No,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I have used AI for a few things in Dungeons & Dragons lately. Mostly, I'll plug in character statistics, and I'll use it to build encounters based off of sheets I've already written. So, like, I'm not throwing... So, like, if I have 2 level 20s and a level 5 because we threw a guy in halfway through the campaign, I can build an encounter that's suitable for everyone involved, that's not throwing them against 20 black dragons and then the level 5's getting a shit kicked in almost halfway through the combat phase.
When it comes to that, I haven't found any use for AI.
I've found uses for, like, hey, I have this...
The stuff that I do, I mean, it's stuff that I just easily learn by just watching a few videos on
AI
YouTube.
for is number one, testing my own code, because if you have a glitch and you go over it over and over and over again and you can't find the fucking problem, sometimes AI can find it faster, especially if you've been staring at the same lines of code for weeks.
Well, because I haven't come up with a couple ideas, and then I go like, okay, I like this aspect, or I'll take like a sentence and be like, okay, I like this. It's basically just throwing stuff at the wall. Or like, okay, remember this, so I don't forget it.
I cannot imagine how quickly all that code must blur together.
Huh?
You mentioned looking at code for weeks on it.
I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I still do things the old way.
There's nothing wrong with
on the
that.
world, are you?
No, there's nothing wrong with that. It's when I'm actually trying to get a project off the ground, and then there's this one major glitch where it's the tiles won't set correctly, and I've been working on it because a lot of my projects I work solo. Like, I don't have a lot of people that I collaborate with or can collaborate with the exclusion of my brother, but he doesn't always have the time to work with me because not a lot of people can code on my level. That's just the truth. And so if I'm working on a complex project, which I'm currently in the works,
peach.
a lovely sweet. It's not always easy.
You couldn't have picked a better spot for it. Use a good laugh.
Let's go.
Okay.
Sometimes
Not
having
always
something
easy. Doing anything code-wise is never easy.
No, and so I use it as like a check my work type thing. However, I don't believe coding should be done by AI. I don't
Hey
believe...
guys, I got married.
In every lifetime, there are
You
moments
forget,
when
Rick, I know the
even
very
perfection,
basics of
some
coding, and I
solitary,
know that
but others
no
share.
matter what you try
On a
to
sunny
code, there will
morning, under
always
a
be
clear
fucking
sky, the
glitches.
villagers crowded together to witness two people stand and declare their love for each other.
And so,
Some say
Nave,
they
do
were
you
a strange
code?
couple. Others that they saw a story
Not
of true
since
love.
I
Over
caught
time,
it.
I am complete and utter noob.
No, what
Yeah.
I'm saying is that, but you understand what I'm saying, where
Oh yeah,
it's
no, I
complex
completely
projects
understand. I
sometimes need
completely
a
understand what you're
oversight.
saying. Looking through, trying to figure out exactly that one line that is causing the error or glitch. Or say even just that one fucking letter even, or symbol. If I'm not wrong, can it be that as simple as that sometimes?
Yeah, it literally can be. But you see my point, Maeve, is that sometimes having
I
something
just know we're
check
going to
your
be
work when you're
so
doing a
happy
massive
together.
coding project can be easy, especially since it can go through thousands of lines of code in a minute
Yeah.
versus me doing it manually.
I mean, I use it as I set it where I'm like, okay, here, write or like I have this idea. What about this? What about that? Because I'm one of those people that I have problems writing by myself. I'm very much I need a collaborative
Understand you
experience.
there.
Yeah, like I need something to bounce ideas off of. So like I'm one of those people that I'm good in a writer's room, but I'm not good writing it shit by myself. I'm better with a collaborative experience than anything else.
The only
Okay.
thing I use AI for is kind of that because I'm horrifically dyslexic. I use it mostly for like talk to type of shit.
Believe it or not, Evan, most of the shit I've said that y'all just busted out laughing at, that was literally shit I fucking came up with just bouncing off with me and my fucking friends from high school.
Yeah.
Well, collaboration is important at a D&D table.
Well, and
You
like
should not have an adversarial relationship with your players, or your players should not be they should not be kept guessing. Right? Like when you're at the table, right, and you're doing shit, yeah, there's the moment, but if you're not communicating with your players, if you're not communicating anything about their characters at all, they just show up, whatever. That's not a good thing.
Well,
I have been at tables where people have done that. It's like, well, you just need to show up, and I'm like, well, shouldn't we talk about this a little bit?
Yeah. I like building a world. I like building a world. I've been trying to build this world for like it was funny because a friend of mine approached me about it because like he ran it. Like I ran it for like a D&D game with him, and I tried to a couple times, and they always both fizzled out. Then he showed up to like one session when I had my new group going, but then he couldn't play anymore. And I remember he approached me with this idea of like because he had the whole idea of a setting and stuff like that. But my favorite reaction was the reaction to it was I was like, oh, okay, because he had like a map and he had like landmarks and shit like that. And I'm like, oh, that's cool. So I'm like, okay. So he's like, yeah, I have this whole idea where it's just a desert. And I'm like, okay, so why is it a desert? Is there stuff like did something happen? Did it was it always like this? Something like that. And he goes, oh, I really thought that far at all. Like, he had this whole entire map. Yeah, like, I'm looking at this map. I'm like, okay, well, like, okay, what about this area? What can you tell me about this area? Like, and like, what's their like government structure? Are they a monarchy? Are they chosen? Like, is it a democracy or is it a republic or like what? Yeah, are they theocratic?
Just completely eviscerated him.
Yeah.
There is a cool quote-unquote AI, and I say quote-unquote is because this is like predates the modern AI tech shit, and all it really is it's just a weather algorithm that was made by a bunch of scientists for map making, and essentially what it is you draw a shape, and then it makes a map out of it, and then it would basically be like, it'll like generate a map, and it's just like, okay, how much do you want mountains, or if this was an island, how big is this landmass? You put in your characteristics, and then it builds you a realistic map, realistic weather situation, and how that would affect the overlying surrounding area.
That's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
That might help with my topography project.
It's on Steam now. You have to pay for, but if I come across, I'll look for it sometime later, and then because I'm in the middle of combat right now, but I'll look for it in a minute.
Yeah, let me know. But like the guy just had no things. He goes, yeah, that's kind of your wheelhouse. That's not mine. And it was just like one of the funniest conversations I've ever had because I just realized that not everybody thinks about this shit as deeply as I do.
Like, sometimes when it comes to shit like that, the best answer sometimes is nobody knows.
Yeah.
Or I don't know. Sometimes I don't know is the answer. There should be mystery, especially in a fantasy set. I do have a bad tendency sometimes to overlord dump in my books.
I never thought like 30-plus-year-old D&D books and it has a complete
Treat
map
her
of
well,
the
will you?
realms.
Or
It
I'll
was
be
one of the
back
few
to
that
avenge
did.
you.
And I am literally creating a project where I'm making it topographical, and then if I can get a hold of that program, add weather. And now, congratulations, there are now seasons and actual real weather events that you would actually have to prepare for in a survival setting.
Yeah, and then you lived
Well, you
happily
know,
ever
when I
after. Well,
wrote,
you've made their step in the right direction anyway.
Which, Ray, can I
so when
say
I
this real
wrote,
quick?
yeah, sure.
Wendell says thank you for the advice.
You're welcome.
Also, he has made a contract that he will force the ant to sign.
Nice.
Good.
Basically saying that his word is law, hers. No, if Daddy says no, no.
Nice.
You know.
Also, I
Yeah,
said.
because he really needs to put his foot down.
Also,
Yeah, and he's got it. He's got courts recognized and everything. It's stamped everything, legally binding in the state of Texas.
Hey guys,
Okay, that's perfect.
Hey guys, I got married, and also I set my house's budget to 400 gold, so I think that my wife will like it.
Just to give you some advice,
Yeah.
when it comes to
When it came to the
women and
contract,
finances
that's
in the
where
household,
my mom's
there is no budget.
experience with
Yeah.
that came in handy.
Yeah, it was just easier. Like that's how you set a budget for your like for the household, like in there, and the money will be automatically deducted, so you don't have to worry about it. Because I'm off adventuring, and she's like, taking care of the house
I
and
had
power
to
stuff.
find the old papers, but they're somewhere, Nave. I actually made a accurate physics system for D&D. And the whole thing is that I was creating a campaign, and I did do it for a while, but things fell apart. We never got to complete it, for a bunch of Marines. And they had said
You
that they
told me
wanted
this.
yeah, okay, but here's the fun part. So I'm actually going to redo it, and then I'll share with you all the stuff that I did, including the equations and everything I did. And
You already sent it to me.
I did?
Yes, you did actually send some basics of the physics thing that you did. I don't know if you remember or not.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. Yeah. So
I'm sorry.
what do you think of my bullshit?
I don't remember. That's me on a lot of shit. Like I don't remember.
I don't know how it happened.
But yeah, like I added blood hunters. I will say this: the blood hunter class in 5e, I do appreciate that Matt Mercer made it. It's okay. It's not great, but it's not horrible either.
Whatever you need, I'm sure to have.
So
Well,
like
want some
I like the idea of it.
Healthy drinks?
It requires confidence.
Keep moving along.
Yeah.
It requires you to know what you're doing.
Yeah, and that's kind of the like that. Like I don't recommend it for people that that just started playing. It's not that I don't recommend it. I recommend it for people who are experienced, and I certainly don't recommend Way of the Mutant, or the ones that have like where you have like potions and stuff like that. I don't recommend that one.
Hope you enjoy it.
Damn, I almost became another paladin pancake. Glad I looked up this time.
Yeah, but like I wrote with the help of my AI Aether, I've written like a bunch, like we've like collaborated on a lot of stuff of like, okay, this is how you make this is how you make that. Like I have a whole fucking idea of how in a way how the magic system works. Like I set up the Blood Hunter schools, like I set up the Witcher schools.
You'd be surprised how much effort goes into making magical laws and rules, even if you don't actually mention them in the story.
Yeah. And then
you'd be surprised how a lot of things, even if you don't mention them, they matter. Like for instance, right? I want to talk about weather. Let me opine about weather systems, right?
Weather.
So when I wrote Red Morning, you'll reach a chapter, right? At the beginning, I do one of my lore dumps where I explain in this world are temperamental. There kind of really isn't a spring or a fall. There is just summer and winter. Summer and winter can last up to 6 months of the year. And when I wrote that originally, right, there was shit that got
I'm
cut
linking
out
it
of the
in
book.
chat here.
I'm gonna drown. I'm gonna drown.
Thank
I'm gonna
you.
drown. Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Where's the way out? Oh my god. Oh, I made it just in time.
Are you willing to risk life, limb, and more
So,
as you quest for the remnants of lost civilizations?
I originally wrote,
Oh,
and
I suppose you want to know
it's
who I
been
am.
moved into another
It was so
work that's
conventional in this
adjacent
particular
to
era.
the second book that will
My name is
eventually be
Belle,
published. It's
and
just
I'm Albion's foremost
lost
archaeologist,
literature
okay?
that I expanded into
Now,
its own book
will you
because
embark on
due to
marvelous
page
adventures
constraints,
in search of
I literally
ancient
cut out an
artifacts or
entire
not?
ass war that's happening in the background of Red.
Is there any greater gift to humanity than
That
digging up
gets
old things nobody
tangentially
cares
explained by
about?
some characters. But when I was
What an
writing this, I'm
ignorant
like,
time we
okay,
live
well,
in.
I just said
This is
see
what my
that
latest research
seasons are
indicates would be a good
temperamental.
target.
You can have a winter or a summer that lasts up to 6 months with a month or two of cooler weather before we're right into winter on a bad year. So I started writing. I'm like, okay, well, how does that happen? Well, I looked it up. Do you know what a gamma ray burst is?
Yeah.
You
Now
won't
I
be
don't.
disappointed.
So a gamma ray burst is what happens when a star goes supernova. It releases this massive burst of gamma radiation, and it literally just travels through space like a random ass bullet, and it will occasionally pass through things. There was a mass extinction on Earth that happened millions of years ago that may have been caused by a gamma ray burst.
Oh yeah,
What happens is this gamma radiation will just hit a planet and boil away its atmosphere for a period of time.
Damn.
So I looked at that and go, oh, that's interesting. Wouldn't it be cool if that's the reason? And then that ballooned into, okay, well, who would remember it? If it's ancient history, who remembers it? And I have this race where the average lifespan is 12 to 1400 years old. And if their race is 12 to 1400 years old, generations are longer, which is that if they're passing shit down orally, they might remember it.
Keyword
And then it got even bigger than that. And before I know it, I have this entire just lore aspect of this world of, oh, hey, 200,000 years ago, the planet they're on, the world they're on, just had this event where half the planet just died for no fucking reason. And only like one race remembers it.
We're doing pretty.
Well, yeah, that was.
And that's the reason why it gets so cold on the continent that trees will actually freeze solid and explode.
Well for ourselves.
I mean, in my world, weather, it's like everything is mostly fucking sand, and basically what happened was in the beginning there was this like massive war.
I don't like sand. It's coarse. It's rough.
Yeah, no, you're definitely not gonna like this. Where basically what happened was there was this fucking this mage that I basically took the Warcraft origin where he basically invaded the land with like he enslaved orcs. And basically just opened a portal and like to another land and just invaded it. And basically his whole idea was that it was mostly like it was like they call it the shifting sands now, but it was like once a lush, like it actually had like it basically looks like Afghanistan or like the Middle East now, but like once upon a time it looked very, like it had
Central
lush.
California. It looks like Afghanistan. No, it looks like Central California.
Yeah,
It looks like Mojave.
Yeah.
It looks like
Nevada.
Mojave.
Yeah, like it looks like Nevada now, but like once upon a time it used to be very nice. But basically when what is it? Eladrin was invading, he basically did like this massive blood ritual and sacrificed half of his army and most of Drakenshire's, because it was mostly lizard folk and dragonborn and some humans, but not many. And basically sacrificed because he was trying to ascend to godhood, and they just disappeared. And that basically just sucked everything out of the land. So, like, that's why it's all sandy now. And it left behind something called veil glass, which is basically like when energy shocks glass, or when energy shocks fucking, like, a lot of heat shocks sand, what happens? It turns to glass. Well, the energy from it is, like, wild, so they call it, it's very, I wouldn't say, like, it's chaotic. Like, you can't do much with it because, or most people are too afraid to, for obvious reasons, because, and so, basically when Eladrian did, because they call it the Concordance, when that happened, and when Eladrian tried to ascend to godhood, so, basically a bunch of magical creatures that were never there, you know, like, just invaded the land, and now, and some people just rift in, and it just, like, it creates, like, a kind of a chaotic sort of, like, magic, when you use magic spells, shit just happens. Think of it kind of like the Warp, you know what I mean? Like, I created a new spell, and then all of a sudden, like, a new beast appears. And then you had, like, blood hunters, which is like the golden age of hunters, where people would take the energy from the veil glass and they would bleed it and inject it into themselves, and that would cause mutations. So that's how you. Yeah. So like. Yeah, and so the whole idea is that, and each of them have different rituals. So you had like one of the guys is they're called the Crimson Wardens, and their whole thing is that they're basically blood mages, or they're vampires, kind of like Dampierre, only they can walk in the sunlight. And they can.
Good night.
Yeah, have a good night, Zero. You have Way of the Beast, which is basically like what they do is to not only do they do the veil, because each one has a different spin on the way they do the veil glass injections. Some, what they do is they, so like to become a Crimson Warden, you have to kill a vampire. You have to kill a vampire, and you know, the vampire turns to dust when you kill him. So then they basically burn the ashes. They add some of the ashes to a poultice and like an alchemical injection and an alchemical injection and a poultice basically, or like a potion that you have to drink, and then they painfully use the veil glass to basically tattoo it and burn the ashes into you, and you'll get memories from the ancient vampire, or the vampire of like what all he's done. And then you have to sit in a vat with an innocent person for about 2 weeks to basically show that you can fight the hunger. To not frenzy. Because they have to actually drink blood, otherwise they will frenzy. And it's basically like embracing it's embracing the monster. So like I said, that's why I said they're kind of like Dampierre, where they have vampiric abilities. And then
I know you're saying Dampierre, but every time you say it, I feel like you're saying Dampierre, and I'm like, Dampierre, that sounds good right now.
Yeah, they make wine out of it too. It's very lovely.
That sounds, it's funny to me because so for the campaign that I've been writing forever now, to be a paladin, you're not just, I'm swearing an oath. I never liked the oath system of paladins, because I always felt like that was like a crutch for a lot of people in writing, because it's like you're either completely hindered by it or your character is completely wrapped around it. Like, there's not a lot of character growth around it, or it's too vague. So how I wrote paladins is you're god-kissed. You're literally you carry ancestral blood of the deities born human. And, like, every paladin is just a hulking, massive beast of a human being. Like, you remember the Nephilim, right? They're basically all Nephilim.
I mean, well, why not just, because that's more of a sorcerer thing, why not make it so that they're, closer to, because I never liked the oath system.
Paladin of any god.
Yeah,
You're just half divine being.
Yeah, and but at that point, then you're just an asshole.
My magical system is not nearly as.
I'm not criticizing. I'm just like,
no. Yours is way better than mine. I'm not calling.
Well, and then how they differentiate it from cleric and paladin? Like clerics are basically priests. Paladins are literally divine-born soldiers of war.
Yeah. Well, they're not divine war, but I do agree with you. I've always hated the oath system, especially since Oath of the Crown was a thing, and I always thought that was retarded. Because Oath of the Crown, that's closer to a knight. That's actually why I like Pathfinder 2E, the way they do paladins. They're not paladins, they're champions. And they have like different like abilities that you could just go down a divine tree or you can go down something else.
For my system too, cleric and warlock are literally bound under the same tree, and I combined them into one class simply because in my eyes, all a warlock is just a cleric that's evil.
Yeah, or something evil is holding the leash. Because not all warlocks are evil, but they basically made a pact to.
Not all clerics are good.
Yeah, agreed. And that's kind of where it does draw the line. That's why I say that like it does kind of.
So I used warlock as a slur for clerics.
Yeah.
Damn, I would be offended if I were a cleric and someone called me a warlock. It'd be on sight. There'd be a misunderstanding.
Yeah. In mine.
But another thing that I did is I also removed weapon requirements and specific armor requirements. Like you can be an armored mage. You just have to pick that. I build my character creator a lot like how Elder Scrolls does it, like old Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
Where it's like you have a set amount of skills you can spec into, you choose what you want, and then you're basically juggling like that. Now, you can still, like, if you decided you want to run two-handed and then halfway through you find a one-handed that you really like, you can spec it a one-handed, but you're not going to get the proficiency bonuses that you already have. Now, you're not going to be unproficient, you're just not going to do the increase in damage. Now, how I counter that is I have more confusing monsters. Like, one of my favorite monsters I've ever created is called the Nothgrow. It is currently for my current campaign, where I am doing the one thing you never do as a DM.
What?
I am splitting the goddamn party.
No.
The entire campaign is between the mortal realm and the dream realm inside a castle.
That's cold. That is cold.
The Nothgrow can only be armed in the mortal realm. It can only be found inside the dream realm. You cannot see it unless you're looking at it through the corner of your eye from a reflection. All attacks without callout will have disadvantage double time.
Damn.
So you could hit it swinging blindly, but it gains guaranteed crits on you if you swing at it blindly. And the entire game is essentially just puzzles and combat.
Oh, nice.
No, my magic system that I made for the Awakening, and admittedly, I have yet to actually get the chance to fully explain it, because for the sake of the story, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, one of the characters is mage-coded, is mage-focused, but I made the decision in the first book and going into the second book that a lot of it is just something that is, but not necessarily something that needs to be explained. Because I expect my reader to have the intelligence to understand what the fuck magic is.
Yeah.
I am Albion's finest.
But how it was explained, how it was briefly explained, is that magic is leftover divine energy from the creation of the universe. You as a mage, well, actually, no, not even as a mage. You as a person with a divine soul, in the Christian sense of the word, by default have access to a well or pool of the leftover creative energy of the universe. And depending on how you're born and what training that you receive, you can reach out and touch it more. Everyone touches it. Whether it's a butterfly or a dragon touches it, because you have the divine creative essence. But if you train yourself, and also through some of the genetic lottery a little bit, you can become a more accomplished spellcaster. The rules of magic, the laws of magic, are much akin to a science. That's how I wrote it. Magic is just as science as
that's kind of what a wizard is, though, in a lot of ways, where it's
And
just
that's
like
kind of how I did it, except how I wrote my magic is bound through the soul, and without a divine tether, you're actually pulling your own soul apart to cast spells, which is why liches become prevalent, because it's people at the end of their life desperately trying to gain immortality to keep themselves alive because they killed themselves through abuse of magic.
That's kind of what it's like in Shadowrun,
there
too.
are some magical laws that are that in Red Morning 1 is addressed, which is there is a magical law that dictates that you basically you cannot become more healthier than your healthiest state. It's so when you cast healing magic, you can
I
only
believe the
cast
second of
healing
our
magic
heroes,
up
the
to the
mage,
point where
is
you
in
are fully
Brightwood.
healed. If
There
you
is a
try to
powerful
cast
rule user
beyond
there
that,
called
or if you
Garth.
cast too many healing
Do you
spells
remember
in
that
rapid
name?
succession
He was there
on
the
yourself
night Lucian
or
killed
others, you
Rose.
have what's called
You didn't tell me that.
healing sickness.
How are we supposed to trust
Basically,
him?
you said because the law of magic states you cannot
Garth
have
believed
more of what
Lucian's
than you
interest in the
already
Old
had.
Kingdom was purely academic,
So
like
there's a
his own.
scene at the end of the book,
And
minor
Lucian, for his
spoilers, where a
part,
character
thought Garth
is
was
in a
merely
fight
a
with
brilliant
another
scholar.
character, and this character keeps
When
healing
each
themselves
learned the truth
over and
about the
over and
other,
over again,
their
healing these
partnership
grievous
ended.
wounds and grievous injuries. And every time she does so, she starts getting more and more
You
erratic
will
and
find
more
Garth in Brightwood
basically
Tower.
sick,
I have
killing
seen a vision
herself
of him
because she
toiling on
keeps
some
trying to
ancient
heal
technology
herself
there.
back up to 100%.
Surely he intends to stop them
Despite
soon,
the fact
but he
that
cannot
the
do so without
law,
help.
the magical law
Go
dictates
and
you
inform
cannot
him
heal
of
more
our
than what
intent.
you had.
Oh,
It's basically I
Hammer,
took
you should
the
remain here.
I'm playing Oblivion Remastered right now. Hey, look at that.
Why?
I took
I'm
the
ready.
idea from this thing
With
in
Lucian still searching for
the
heroes,
Oblivion game where you
it's
cannot
safest for
drink
you
more
here.
than a certain amount of potions at a given
Fine.
time.
But don't think you're holding me
Yeah,
back
'cause
when the
otherwise you get
action
potion
starts.
sickness.
Yeah. Well, I don't think the game gives you potion
My
sickness. It just
father
stops
thought
you
his
from
fate
doing it
would
after a
protect you
certain
from the
point.
world. I won't
No,
make
it
the same
can.
mistake.
Drink a bunch of
But
fun.
another
Yeah,
thing I wrote for the paladin specifically is like paladins are overpowered in my campaign because they are like divine. They are like mostly divine. The kicker is you can't make more paladins outside of breeding with a paladin, and even then, all that does is dilute it.
Okay,
Now,
so the more so the
yeah.
paladins are basically like the speed force with flash. The more flashes you have, they're all pulling.
If a paladin breeds with a paladin, you still have half mind blood. If a paladin breeds with a human, you're down to a fourth. It's genetics.
Oh, okay.
So over the years, the powers of the paladin become mythicized because they're being diluted by genealogy. Now, paladins themselves either have enhancedly long lives or immortal. We don't know because there hasn't been a paladin that survived long enough into that age to die because all of them have died in combat.
There's another magical law that's mentioned in Red Morning that I got published, which is actually no, I don't think no, it's mentioned at the end, but it's also mentioned in the works I had to cut out. There's another magical law that says that if you have already had a magical curse placed upon you, you cannot be cursed twice.
Maybe I'll wash off your blood.
Because curses are a disease of the soul. Once your soul is infected with a curse, you either break the curse or you die, but you cannot be cursed twice because the soul is already occupying the space. Sort of like a law of conservation of energy. It's one of the it's mentioned flippantly by a character that in the work I cut out that will eventually be republished of basically like, oh well, I don't have to worry about this because I've already been cursed. You can't be cursed twice.
Yeah,
curses don't stack.
Yeah, lycanthropy is a big thing in my campaign too. Tabaxi are basically like Native Americans basically. And then
Can we say that? Can we say that live on Twitch?
I'm not on Twitch. I'm on Rumble, so you can say whatever the fuck you want.
Native Americans?
Yeah, they're technically known as indigenous people now, or some bullshit, whatever the fuck they call themselves now.
I prefer the term First Nations.
Yeah,
even though nation state is not the correct term, I still prefer it because it gives some dignity other than Native American. And I'm not saying that for any political thing. I prefer
Who the hell
First
puts a
Nation
condom
or First People to Native American because they literally were here before us.
Yeah, but that's why that's why I say like, okay, like they're Native Americans. They were here before us a long time ago. It's better than Indians. You know what I mean? Like that's why I just said I've always called them natives or something like that. I mean, it's certainly better than tribal or something like that.
Yeah.
Like
anyway, back to the whole thing about magic. It's not mentioned, and I don't plan on mentioning it until much later because we don't need an explanation for what dark magic is. Or at least I don't think I need to explain what dark magic is. But the energy is not evil. It's what you do with it that makes it evil, right?
Yeah, arguably.
Which makes perfectly sense. Like you have necromancers and dark wizards and even demons and demigods. They use magic. They're still created beings, right? So they still have access. It's just what they do with it that is different, right? Because here's the thing: a firebolt launched from a paladin or a firebolt launched from a warlock, it doesn't matter. A firebolt is a firebolt.
Yeah. I mean, I always looked at it as what is it? Like there are plenty of like because I when I did the Blood Hunter stuff, I was very in tune. I really wanted to make Blood Hunters basically like Grey Wardens. That was kind of the idea that I was coming from because and all of them basically had founders, but they all had different ways the way they did the like the binding ritual.
Reasonable.
So yeah, so
that
like
goes up, not down.
Yeah, so like they have one that's called the Crimson Martyrs, where one of them it was founded by like a fanatical like basically has magic started to has magic started to diminish after the concordance because basically it threw everything out of whack. She kept praying and to try to heal the wounded, and it wasn't healing anymore, so she started to basically like lose her faith in a way.
Someone or something.
And she basically like wandered out into the wastes for like a week, and then came back, and she was literally she came back and all bloody, and all of her wounds were like self-inflicted. She had basically filleted herself and basically like that, and she found a kind of an embrace in suffering and penance, and that's what basically it's basically something answered, and it's jury's still out on whether or not it's good or evil, but her way is that her blood hunters they wear like they puncture themselves, they fillet themselves, because her whole idea is that they want to be martyred. And the closer they are,
I have for you, Evan. Here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
So, in the works I published, right, I didn't make a distinction. Eventually, there will be made a distinction of the difference between what is a creature and what is a monster, right? Because to me, right, there are creatures. Like, for instance, in my mind, a troll is not a monster. A troll is a creature. But a wraith or a gargoyle or a vampire, like, to me those are monsters because they are perversions of the natural world. But what do you think?
I mean,
so I made a comment. I said, Evan, you are aware that there was a Christian sect during the time of the Black Death that did shit like that, right?
Yeah, that's actually where I got the inspiration from. That's actually where I got the inspiration from. So it was very much because their whole idea is that they puncture themselves. They wear like things like silices. They basically think of like the flagellant from Darkest Dungeon. That was the whole idea. A lot of their stuff is barbed. The
flagellant from Vermintide. Blessed Sigmar, let me suck your toes.
Yeah, pretty much. Like it's very much they cause damage to themselves as just as much as they cause damage to the enemy. All their stuff causes bleeding, and they have an ability to the lower health they are, the more damage they do. So like kind of like a martyrdom build in Darktide. And then on top of that, they can heal through dealing damage.
It's 11 o'clock and I'm already this tired.
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost 11:30. Probably gonna call it in a minute. But to answer your question,
it's getting late. I have a fireworks booth to help work out with tomorrow.
Yeah, but to answer your question, basic. I mean, I argue that's like the same thing with a dog and well, like an animal with sentience. Like if you still have your mind, then is that technically life?
Well, so in the first two books, right, any monster or creature that the characters run into is there for a reason. Like in the first book, in The Awakening proper, the main character, Cyril, they're going along, they run into undead, right? They run into a gargoyle. There are the wraiths, which I kind of aped a little bit from Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. All of the quote unquote the monsters are constructs of the big bad sent to hunt them down. They don't run into any wolves. They don't run into any creatures. Other than the monsters, the only other things they run into that are a threat are other people. And I think the reason I did that at the time was it felt cheap to me to just, and I was a high schooler when I started writing this. It took me a decade to get this first manuscript off the ground and published. But over the years, I came to the conclusion that the story I wanted to tell is not a story of man versus nature, but a story of man versus himself, man versus other men, and men versus God. The physical world, the nature around you, it's there, and it can be a threat, right? But how I see it in the real world is the only way a mountain lion kills you is if you go looking for it. In the same way, you know, like in the first book, there's this town called Troll's Bluff, right? And it said, no one's seen a troll in this region in 20, 30 years. They've all been driven out by mining and agriculture. It's just a name on a map, right? It's a piece of the physical world that is there, but it's away from civilization. The Awakening to me is very much a sort of a civilizational epic of a civilization in transition, with characters that are in transition.
That sounds
I always
interesting.
thought monsters were creatures that were lesser known or not understood.
Yeah.
As well as perversions.
Well,
so,
that's
like, a troll would be viewed as a monster to the illiterate, but like to somebody who spent years studying trolls would know that it's just a creature wishing to be left alone.
Well, that's actually why I always liked Witcher, is the fact that Geralt doesn't just go around killing monsters. Like, he always will just find a solution for the monster if he just wants it. Like, because some of the monsters just want to be left alone. So, like... So he's just like, okay, this is what you have to do to get rid of it. Or he'll look for a solution to help that person's soul pass on, but if he doesn't have a choice, he'll fight it. That's kind of, at least in the books, that's always how it was, where he never really liked killing the monster if he didn't have to.
I'm not necessarily certain if I lean that far, because you know when you do things like that, you're making a statement on sort of a more naturalist looking thing. I'm not. I mean, I've become more of a naturalist over the years, but I'm not fully on board the naturalist train. But I do believe that, you know, I look at things like, you know, all of the real-life monster stories. And all of these real-life monster stories usually start either from some, like the Wendigo, for instance. The Wendigo is not natural, it's a perversion of natural order.
Yeah.
We, in
it's
IRL,
chaotic in
have
nature.
monster stories to describe perversions of the natural world. Now, there are cryptids, like there's Bigfoot, which is a CIA psyop, and I can't be convinced otherwise.
I'm sorry. I've never heard that, and I want to talk about it, but I'm like, I don't have the time. Like, another time.
My favorite Bigfoot joke is it was on Twitter, and it was, I never understood y'all fucking going out into the woods, calling a Bigfoot with a mating call. What are you gonna do when he shows up? Top comment, why the fuck do you think we're calling Bigfoot?
You know what they say about people with big feet?
Whoa, Rogan had a whole bit about that, where he was just like, he goes like, I'm gonna tip.
Let's talk about like a real life absolute abomination, which was stuff. was a natural creature, but
Impressive blocking, soldier.
genocide, and what happened, that motherfucker was killing approximately, people a day by some estimates. Like, they don't know how many. That's like the low estimates put it in the 300-400.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Well, but like you can be
Well, the
like.
thing is, right, and another thing about Bigfoot is you should watch Lore Lodge because Lore Lodge goes into
Lore
Native
Lodge does a
American
good
folklore
thing.
You're right.
Yeah, Lore Lodge does it good of explaining, hey, the Bigfoot stories have been around far longer than the 1960s. Native Americans had stories of going up into the mountains and fighting giant apes.
Lucian's failed experiment. Nothing
which
more.
I think is cool.
Oh yeah, Lore Lodge. He wants to do. Aiden Mathis wants to do something on wants to do something on Native American mythology.
You are coming
like
with me.
he's like, yeah, because it goes hard, and I've read a lot of Native American mythology so far because I did it to prep for the Tabaxi mythology because I wanted to kind of do it because I had a whole arc of like Nordics coming to coming to the shifting sands and stuff like that, Flame, because I did it like the half-Jotuns were like basically like the Kunari from Dragon Age, because I had a heavy Dragon Age influence.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're saying. I have no context, but I like your funny words, Magic Man.
I like your funny words, Magic Man.
Oh, yeah, Dragon Age. You never talked about the Kunari. You said Dragon Age 2.
Your story that you're telling.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Which I mean, yeah, sure, I'm doing the same thing, but my shit's published.
Yeah,
you can look it up on fucking Barnes and Noble.
You don't know what Tabaxi are? Tabaxi are catfolk.
I know what Tabaxi are. I know that.
No.
Just
but I did a whole
your story of the the Nordlings, the half Jotuns. I'm like,
half Jotun. Yeah, I basically did them I did a whole arc of like history of like people coming to there, because like the Nords came to America and stuff like that. Like there's evidence to suggest that because we've found bones of them and stuff like that, and plenty of evidence that Vikings came to America.
That was found in Canada.
Yeah, so like I did stuff like that, like in the past, I started adding like centuries of history on top of that. So like I was just adding like a whole arc of like basically the half Jotuns came back, and you had like Mountain and Frost, and the Frost believed that Ymir isn't dead, he's sleeping. Because you know the legend of like how the Asgardians killed Odin killed Ymir and then made the earth from his body, basically, or made Midgard from his body. So they basically fought all of the clans that are the Nords, basically, and those that weren't killed, they fled or were enslaved, and so they ended up going to the Shifting Sand. So a lot of the Tabaxi are actually some of the Tabaxi clans and the human clans are actually descendants of the joining between the Nords and the Tabaxi. So they actually have they have Thor, like that's basically Thor. Like they have the Asgardian. And it's kind of like American gods, where like they're powered by belief, and because their ideas have merged together, they gain power. So like I have like a whole thing for that, and then I had like the School of the Beast, which is a blood hunter thing, and their whole idea. And believe it or not, I got the idea for that from the Craven movie, which I actually really enjoyed. If you ever get a chance to watch Craven, highly recommend it. It was actually pretty decent. But the whole idea is for you to be a blood hunter. Not only do you have to go through the infusions, but you have to hunt down a creature.
I don't even know what's inside that.
Oh, like you have like basically the way the Native Americans, you drink this the whole mixture, and then you have a vision of like what your animal is, and it's basically a way of giving you lycanthropy.
I bet he saw
and so what you have to do is you have to hunt.
No, not lycanthropy. Not lycanthropy. In Native American folklore, that's not
Skinwalker.
You're talking about Skinwalker.
Yeah, kind of. But here's the way I do it as lycanthropy is
not
that
evil. Skinwalkers, but not evil.
they're
Why the fuck are we talking about skinwalkers now?
because that's kind of
This
the
is the part where you
mythos
say
of
no
the
nonsense.
lycanthropy for Native Americans in a lot of ways. Now,
Pay attention, Six.
Looks
This
like
will
you're
all
on
be
your
on the
own
test
again.
next week.
yes.
There is no time to waste. Go, Meryl. Go to the
Six,
Cloud
have you
Quarters
handed
in
in your homework
Ballastone and
yet?
talk to
Yeah,
Jeeves.
but the whole
I'm murdering you later.
okay, but
Oh, don't threaten me with a good time.
yeah, but basically the idea, and here's the reason why I say that it's more like closer to lycanthropy. What you have to do is you have to hunt down the creature. You have to hunt down the creature, and then you have to kill it and pull out its heart while it's still beating. You can only use what's on you can only use your bare hands, wits, and
Hey,
claws.
I'm gonna dip for 20 minutes. I'm gonna take a shower.
Okay. Well, by the time you get back, I was actually going to end the stream right here because, what is it? Garth just got kidnapped. So
Yep.
now that things are going to be interesting. So
That's
that's
actually pretty fun.
yeah. What Fable?
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Yeah. It's actually not a bad game. I like it a lot. But
Hey, at least we have it running smoothly because that's
after the last time, yeah.
Again, that was Rumble's fault the first time.
Yeah, it really was. But I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you liked this video, please leave a like and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank Six for sitting in on me. Let's see, who can I send you guys? Who can I send you guys?
Let me know when to hit the button.
All right, hang on. Who can I send you guys? Who's streaming right now? Oh wow. Oh, Bailey's streaming. You know what? I'll send you guys to Jay Flint. He's a good friend of mine. I don't know what he's streaming right now. I think he's streaming more Final Fantasy. So I think he's streaming Final Fantasy 14. So that should be interesting.
Oh yeah,
But
Caitlin played that.
yeah, I don't play it, but I'm not against it. I do want to. I just don't want to play a monthly fee. But again,
it's free up to level 70.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I will do that. All right.
And you get
Well,
everything up to the last DLC, if I remember right.
Oh, nice. All right. Well, that'll be it, and I will leave you with I'll leave you with Professor Chaos on a cut off his on our new album. Take it away.